Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Citizen AY, the platform where we speak truth to power. Give me a minute. I'm just going to check. I'm making some adjustments here. Sorry about that. Yeah. Just give me a minute. I'll get it sorted. I know what it is now. Um, yeah, that's it. There and there. Okay. There we are. There we are. Okay. Good evening and welcome to Citizen AY, the platform where we speak truth to power. Good evening and welcome, welcome, welcome. Okay, I think we got all the three up and running. Good evening, welcome to Citizen AY, the platform where we speak truth to power. I'm just going to take some time to make some changes, so do bear with me. If you see me doing things, I'm just trying to make sure the lines are working fine. I want to try a few things. Yeah. So, yeah, Africa taking control. Um, Good evening to you once again. It's Citizen AY, the platform where we speak truth to power. Good evening and welcome. As you're coming in, please share to as many people as you can and let us have an engaging discussion about the way forward for us as Africans. We have the power, we have the will, we can and must indeed fix our problems. We must fix our problems ourselves. We have innate abilities. We can fix our problems collectively. And I want us to start believe. We need self-belief. Above all, in the African continent, our self-belief must become unshakable. Our self-belief must become unshakable. Africa taking control. The longer you're relying on systems and ideas and religions that are not part of who you are, the longer we will remain enslaved on the African continent. And that is a plain fact. Um, so I'm sending to as many people as possible. So please help us share. If you do, I will add more people. We need to have this discussion among ourselves now. This is Africa wide, and we have to understand that we've been divided into sections for them to be able to manage. We need to come as a whole. When we come as a whole, we allow our various cultural groupings to flourish. It is in our nature, it's how we do things, it's just who we are. We need to embrace that. Good evening and welcome. You're watching Citizen AY, the platform where we speak truth to power. This evening, we are going to continue on from what we did yesterday. Yesterday, we talked a lot about systems and plans and how we are actually going to come up with clear suggestions to actually make things function in a way. What's that noise? What's that? Okay, there we go. So, good evening. Can you hear me? Hi, Lagos Light. Good evening to you all. Please share the broadcast and let us go as far as possible. You can subscribe to us on YouTube as well. I urge you to go ahead and subscribe to us on YouTube. Hit the notification button, give us thumbs up, help us reach more people. Let us do this again. I want to just test before I go too far ahead. I'm just going to check that I've got the full visual and everything is working on YouTube as well, so that when we now progress, when we now begin, we can just go into the broadcast proper. Good evening. I'll see if I can invite some guests over as well. I'm going to see if I can bring some people. I'll see if I can find. No, no, no. Okay, let me just. I'll bring. I'm going to try and bring problem solving and a few people. If I see, if you would like to come up and discuss, of course, you're very welcome. Throw me an invite. But it's essentially about Africa taking control, and we need to understand that Africa is Africans are not in control on the African continent, and that's the plain fact. Africans are not in control on the African continent. And what we need to do now is to take control on the African continent. We must take control. We must encourage each other. We must make sure that we communicate in all our areas to as many people as possible and say, right, okay, what are we doing? What steps are we taking? How are we going to, make this function? And we need to have self belief. We must have self belief. We need self-belief. When you believe, when I mean self uh, certainty in self. Let's put it that way. I want to use the right word. Certainty in self. Be certain in your actions, in your deliberations. Be confident that you will do it and it will happen because you have the power to manifest. You have the power to manifest. Once you visualize something, once you speak it to the ether, it becomes so. That is the power that we possess as Africans. We need to deliberately take that mindset. This is about our mindset. I'm trying to invite problem solving. I'm not quite sure if I'm getting. There's something that's not letting me do this. So problem. I want to bring somebody who really knows this a great deal. I'm speaking before I go too far. I give thanks to Eledumare. I give thanks to Obatala. I give thanks to Eshu. I give thanks to Shango. I give thanks to Yemoja. I give thanks to Ogun. I give thanks to all African deities, not only the Yoruba deities, the African deities. I give thanks to all of them, for we would not be here without their efforts. Our ancestors, they are with us in this journey. They are leading us in this journey. It is not by accident that all of us are waking up. So we give thanks to them and we continue to ask them to bless us with favorable winds, coming together with our thoughts, being able to change our mindset, to bless us with the knowledge to be able to change our mindset, to get to the point where we're now taking action to collectively free Africa, because we all now recognize that Africa are their own food. Okay, yeah, I don't know. So we've got to the point now where Africa now we all now know that something is wrong, and we are all ready. We are being we are being given our own. Each and every one of you, you are getting a download. You are getting something called a download. What is a download? Your download is something coming from the sun. Problem solving will know about this, and a few other people. It is something from the sun. When you wake up in the morning and you go out and the sun hits your face and you're walking on bare feet and you get up and you say, Mojuba, Mojuba, or Mojuba, Obatala, Mojuba, Eledumare. Ẹ jẹ́ kí ajé kí ó wá sínú kó wọnú ayé mi lónìí o, Mojuba o, ẹ ṣé o, àṣẹ àṣẹ àṣẹ. So you are asking for favor from your ancestors when you wake up, and that favor starts coming to you because you are seeking that from your ancestors. When you start speaking out your desires and you're following what your ancestors have said to you. This is what our ancestors have been saying to us. For so long, our ancestors have been ignored. They have been ignored by us because we've been trained to ignore part of us. Now we need to call on them. And they are amongst us right now. They are amongst us. I need you to know that they are amongst us. They are ready to help us to get to the place we need to get to, which is total freedom for Africa. Total freedom for Africa. 100% freedom. But that freedom requires our participation. You see, the religions of Islam and Christianity, they want you to believe that once you pray to them, once you pray to Allah, pray to Jesus Christ, your problem is solved. That problem comes, you don't have to worry about it. Just keep praying. Our ancestors believe in hard work. Our ancestors believe in tilling the land. Our ancestors believe in passing on knowledge from one generation to the next. By word of mouth, by the Ifa divinations, by following the stars, the moon, the cycle of the moon. Our ancestors read that. And that cycle has never changed from the time of our ancestors. It remains 28 days a month. It has never changed. It has never changed. It's 28 days a month. It's 13 months in a calendar year. These are what the gifts our ancestors gave us. So tonight, what we're trying to do, yesterday, we spoke about how we can begin to actually empower our communities. Ladies and gentlemen, I want you to know it is about our mindset. It is about our ability to begin to change our mindset. It is about beginning. I'll add people as I go along. And if you do want to join, throw me an invite and I'll add you. But let me just talk for a few minutes. It is about making sure that our mindset, we have to change our mindset. Our community mindset has been severely altered as Africans. Our community mindset has been severely altered. And many people will not like me saying this, but we need to hear the truth. And the truth of the matter is that we have been heavily influenced to become passive, to become uncertain about our moves, to become dependent on others before we take action. Whereas our ancestors knew, they were deliberate, they knew what they were planning for. They even knew this time was going to come where their generations after them would be in trouble. So they planned for it. They planned for it. They prepared. They are not. I want you to know that our ancestors are not shocked at the level of oppression that has been heaped on Africans by the colonials, i.e., Arabs or Islam. They're not surprised. They're not surprised. This is part of the plan. And that is why they have left certain things in place so that we can connect and remind ourselves who we are. That is why I'm talking to you about download. 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 Every one of us has it, but we are not tuned in yet. We're not tuned in. When you can get up in the morning and the sun is shining, I want you to walk bare feet on the African continent, on that red earth. I want you to walk bare feet. When it's sunny and it's hot, don't put shoes on. The shoes act as a barrier. So to download and to be able to feel the energy that we will need, because we will need energy to actually be able to awaken our mindset. That energy comes from the sun, as in S-O-N, not S-U-N. Sorry, I mean as in S-U-N, not S-O-N. As in S-U-N, the sun in the sky. That is where our download comes from. You have it. Every one of us have it. When you wake up in the morning, the sun is up, it's high, it's hot. Take your shoes off. Take your shoes off. Walk bare feet on the soil. Walk bare feet on the soil. Our ancestors know that there are currents in the soil. When the sun hits us and we are having a connection with the soil, all the problems and all the issues we want to solve, we have unquantifiable knowledge that we are downloading. Whatever the problem that you have, we can solve. That is why you will see African children not having studied any electronics, studied how to build cars, studied how to make equipment, computers. They can do it. It's because of the download that we are getting. It is because we are getting download from the sun. And that download, once the sun is hitting you and you are connecting with the soil, you are switching on. We must take control. We must take control. Now, when somebody brings you a book and they say to you, where's the book? Where is that book? You know the book I'm going to bring. Bible, Mormon, whatever. Once they bring you the book, and this is the word, and the word is said so, and this all that stuff, that word has no connection with the earth. It's somebody's word. It's a book. Several people have been burning the Quran and the Bible, and nothing happened. You know why? Because it's just a book. Ask yourself, who prints these books? Who, all the books, this Bible, who prints them? Somebody prints them. They print them in factories. They print them in factories to make sure they print many of them and make it easily accessible for you to not be able to get the download that comes to you free from the Most High, from the Son, the S-U-N, from the Son. The Son, the S-O-N that they talk about here, it doesn't have anything for you in connection. What they're talking about here, especially the versions, all these version Bibles, what they're telling you here is deceit. They are keeping you from connecting with who you are. Our children, you know, when they say you're going to church, when the churches and the mosques, don't get muddy. Don't touch the mud. Kids will be playing in the mud. No. Don't touch it. No. There's two things that they're doing. I can tell you in Europe, they encourage their children to play in mud, to rush around, to splash water, to look at the soil, to get to feel that soil. But when you hold the Bible, no, the child of God does not get dirty. Does not get dirty. You see, but what they are constantly training your mind to not connect with the soil. This is about separating you from your source of power and from the source of your wealth, psychologically and physically. These are things that both religions are doing. They keep putting that book. The books are being printed by somebody. It's not by God. It's not by the Most High. Ask yourself, who are printing these books? Is it not human beings? Is it not human beings? It's human beings, isn't it? I'd like to think it is human beings. Is it not human beings? Is it not human beings? I would like to think it is human beings. Can you hear me? Hang on. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Okay, I hope you, yes, you can. So these books are being printed somewhere by human beings. Let me do a quick, simple thing for those of you on YouTube. Let us see. We're going to do that on YouTube and you will see it. I'm just going to go online. So let us see how the Bible is printed. Let us look at it. So let me ask a question. Who prints the Bible? Yeah? Prints the Bible. Who prints the Bible? Yeah? So they print the Bible in Germany. And Bible Society in USA. You know, it's printed by Deutsche Bibelschaft in Stuttgart, Germany, while New Testament is printed in the Institute of New Testament Research, Westphalia, Germany, as well as by American Bible Society, Philadelphia. I hope you're understanding what I'm trying to do. I need you to understand that when you take that book and you put it to your chest, and you say you believe in this is coming from a factory. Do you get it? I hope you're getting it. This is coming from a factory. Nothing to do with the Most High. Nothing to do with that. This is a book that has gone through a process to come to your hand. They print it by the same system that is giving you your governance, that has imposed democracy. The same system that imposed democracy on Africa is the same system that is printing this Bible. I hope you are following me. It is important you understand that as an African, because you look at the book. Oh, it's holy. Oh, yes, treat it with... It's designed to occupy your mind. Your mind, they want your focus, your eyes, your physicality, to close your eyes and to only see the Bible, not to see the world around you. But it's being printed in a factory. It is being printed in a factory. In a factory. I hope we are following what I'm saying. If you are on YouTube, you can see the Bible. You can see it on the screen. You can see that it's being printed. It talks about, I'll read the entire sentence to you. In a sense, the Old Testament is printed in Deutsche Bibelsgesellschaft, Bibelsgesellschaft in Stuttgart, Germany, while the New Testament is printed by the Institute for Testament Research, Testament Research in Westphalia, Germany, as well as by the American Bible Society, Philadelphia, PA, USA. Let us see. So that's one area, and I'm sure I've had that. Let me ask you a question. Is the Bible printed in China? Let's have a look at that. Yeah? Let's just look at that. Is the Bible also printed in China? I'm trying to do something. I'm trying to wake you up. I'm trying to wake you up. Is the Bible printed in China? Let's have a look at that. Let's see what happens when I say that. You can see this on Citizen AY on YouTube. Printed in China. Because I'm trying to prove something to you. Okay. World's largest Bible printer hails from atheist China. Yeah. Your Bible, the Bible that you hold there, is printed in China. For China to print that Bible, somebody's paying China money. Are we understanding what I'm saying? For the Bible to be printed in China, China that doesn't believe in Christianity, they are paid money. Who are paying the Chinese money to print the Bible? Are you following me? Who are paying the Chinese money to print the Bible that you hold there? That Bible that you hold, the Bible, and they tell you, oh, the Bible, if the house burns down, the Bible will be intact. It's simply reinforced backing. That's all. Without the reinforced backing, it will burn just like anything else. I hope you're understanding what I'm saying. I hope you're understanding what I'm saying. Please share this broadcast. You're listening to Citizen AY, the platform where we speak truth to power. We only aim to enlighten on this platform. And please do give us keep tapping the screen. Help us grow the platform. We really do need your support. We have to grow the platform, and I would really love it if you can subscribe to us on YouTube. Here's what you need to do on YouTube. Just go down to the YouTube channel and hit subscription button, and then hit notification button. Give us a thumbs up. Help us go there now and begin to do that. I'd really appreciate you. Many of you would have a tablet. I'm sure you probably listen to me on your phone, on TikTok on the phone. Go to your tablet and type in hashtag CITI CITI ZEN capital A capital Y. Once you get there, subscribe to Citizen AY, hit notification button, give us thumbs up. Help us reach more people, because you can see that the message that we're sending out here is a message to open your mind. Many of you will hold that Bible dearly. Oh, this is my Bible. It's the word of God. It is printed by man. I've just proven it. And what is more, it is printed by Chinese that don't believe in Christianity. You're seeing it on the screen. You're seeing it on the screen. So let us let me see. So and in China, is Christianity allowed in China? Let us hear the answer. The People's Republic of China also heavily regulates religion. Are you listening? They heavily regulate religion. Chinese people over the age of 18 are only allowed to join Christian groups that are registered with one of 3 state-controlled bodies, either Catholic Patriotic Church, China Christian Council, or the Protestant Three Self Church. They are heavily regulated. Heavily regulated. So the Chinese regulated. I want to ask you a question. In Africa, Does any of the African countries, do you have any regulation on Christianity? Is there any regulation that you can see to restrict what the Christianity can do in your country? Is there any regulations? I'm just asking. Do they have rigid regulations? Because they say the People's Republic of China also heavily regulates. So that means that the religion will be finding it very difficult to flourish because of the regulations. They have to comply with so many regulations. Please tell me, how many regulations do Christianity comply with on the African continent? I'll wait. Anybody, please leave a comment. Let's hear from you. And I'd love to hear from you. Hello, let me see if I can bring people on. Leave comments. I'd love to hear from you. I'm going to try and see if I can bring one or two people on. Oh, yeah. Let me bring you on board. I got to bring you. Problem solving, please join me. We are just here to awaken, and I hope that many will see what is being said. So, what we are telling you now, a lot of the Bible is being printed. It's being printed in China, majority of it. But the Chinese have very severe restrictions on how the Bible can and Christianity will have any influence on the Chinese in China. They control it, but in Africa there is no such control. Let me see if I can bring my sister on board. I'm trying to find your. Yeah, let me bring. I'll just bring. I think I've sent it to you. Let me find you. Yes, thank you. I'm going to invite problem solving, and then we can because we need somebody that will guide us. So it's very important. So I'm just showing you when you say that you are a Christian. Hey, welcome on board. Problem solving. Good evening to you, and thank you for joining me. I really appreciate this. Say a few words to all of us and all of the people joining us tonight, if you don't mind. Thank you.
Hi, I just want to thank you, brother, and hi to the family. I appreciate you all so much. I'm so loving this life. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you. Welcome on board.
Yes, thank you. It's a pleasure always to come on board. I
Thank you.
mean, with the Bible, all of those questions that you've raised. Thank you for sharing the Bible that people swear their life on, they swear their all of their existence on. I mean, this thing has existed less than 2,000 years ago.
Exactly.
And nearly 200 years after the fact. How can that be true?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
How can that be?
Mm-hmm.
How can that be the word of God?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
How can that be the word of God? There's so many debates, so many scholarly reports. As you know,
Mm-hmm.
I am not an ingrained. My own research is my ancestor and my
Yes.
spiritual research.
Yes.
So I speak from the mouth of the ancestors and from the mouth of spirit. So because a lot of the histories that we have there are very very distorted history. So and some of them I just believe that it is my belief, not belief. I'm not believing.
Yeah,
It's by knowing that all of
it's
this information
fantastic.
We will surpass them because we are living libraries. The information are encoded in our DNA. If we have arrived at the time to tap into it. Some of us are doing that already.
Mm-hmm.
Some of us are doing away with history books and all of that. We are tapping into the infinite well of wisdom within us, which has always been, and that's what the ancestors intended.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where I speak. That's where I speak from. So although some people might be scholarly people, but no. So the Bible, for me, there are some truths there, historical references, right? There are some historical references because years ago when I went into my own awakening, I was really deep into the fact that I'm not going to touch the Bible. I'm not going to touch the Bible. But historical references, but the way people have lived in those times,
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And we are still living. It's only in Africa that you see this happen, by the way. And
Mm-hmm.
we are still living in the lens of those people 2,000 years ago. And how can we move forward with our mindsets when we are reading such books? How can we move forward?
Mm-hmm.
It was said that in the Bible there's 800 references to war.
Mm-hmm.
In the Bible, in the book of God,
God.
800 references to the word war. And in the Quran,
Mm.
I'm just doing a comparison.
Interesting. Very interesting.
And in the Quran, the references to war, there was less than the Christian, than the Bible, than the biblical reference. Someone was counting years ago.
Wow.
And there were 800 references
To
to the
war.
word war.
Mm-hmm.
So if we are that aside, if we are saying that that is the type of book that comes from a loving God, with war, with kill, with unaliving, with horrible treatments to children, to women, and we are still condoning that, even to slavery.
Yeah.
And we're still condoning that to this day, and we are allowing that book as the pillar of, as the moral compass of our lives. That is why we're talking about Africa. That is why Africa is not moving. We know this.
Mm-hmm.
We know this. This is just kind of just bringing out specifics.
That's correct.
Of the Bible. And the King James Bible. The King James Bible. I believe that the person who was King James.
Mm-hmm.
Who was King James is something that the African, he's homosexual, right? So this was the person that that wrote the King James
version.
I am not averse to homosexuality. I mean, I am. But when you look at Africa, people are saying, okay, in Africa, this is not in our culture. But the person that wrote the book that you're basing your whole life on is.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah,
that is something to think about, isn't it?
The Bible is a historical reference,
Yeah.
not to be used as a guide.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Not to be. It's just like what our ancestors used to say, what our elders used to say. There are words of wisdom. There are some kind of proverbs that we refer to.
Yes.
We look at them for historical reference.
That's correct.
They are there, but it's not to say that you have the Bible as you are living according to the Bible. You are living according to the Bible. The Bible is my go-to. Anything you say,
yeah.
Where is it in the Bible? Anything you say,
yeah.
Where is it in the Bible?
That's correct.
Anything you tell people, where is it in the Bible?
Mm-hmm.
If you want to build hospital, where
is it in the Bible? Yeah.
If you want to build infrastructure
where
in
is
your
it?
country, where is it in the Bible?
The Bible becomes the be-all and end-all.
The Bible becomes the be-all and end-all. And the Bible is not even. The Old Testament. The Old Testament, as I've come to know, and through my own research as well, is the story of Africa itself.
Thank you. That's it. Our story is being sold to us via a book.
The New Testament is what I believe the West added to it.
That's correct.
In response to. So if we are looking at the Old Testament from a historical reference, yes, look at that from a historical reference. But when we're looking at the New Testament now, the New Testament, and the book is not even complete.
Thank you.
The canonical, the version of the Bible that is in everybody's hand is not even the full version of the Bible.
That's correct.
Nag Hammadi, the extra books in the Nag Hammadi library, those are the real book that the Pope, the Catholic Church, the Catholic Church kept secret. But I'm grateful now that those books are coming out and you're seeing what is real. The Jesus, I think there's one of the banned books that they were talking about. Jesus did not really die. He did not really die. He did not wake up. He did not resurrect for 3 days or whatever. That's symbolic.
Thank you.
It's not literal. It's not literal. But I don't want to go into all of these
Mm-hmm.
for now because the conversation is going to be
Exactly.
longer. I just want to
Yeah.
wait for others to add.
Yeah.
But what I want to say is that the manner and way in which our people, the Africans take the Bible, it's not even. It's not. It's your story repackaged to you.
Thank you.
And the people that repackage them to you are not even using them.
Thank you.
Are not even using them.
Thank
On
you.
top of that, our forefathers, fathers that are people that were sold into transatlantic slavery,
Mm.
they had a slavery Bible for them.
Ex-
That's in Smithsonian. That's in Smithsonian Museum.
Yeah, let's see. Let me bring that up. Those of you on YouTube, I should carry on, carry on. Yeah.
You know, there's a slave Bible in the Smithsonian Museum. When you go to America, or if you're in America, go to the Smithsonian Museum and check and look at that slave Bible. Just read what is in there. The content of that is so different from what we have
Yeah.
right now.
Yeah.
But we still have some subsets.
Yeah.
So the other thing I want to bring up, I want to
Mm-hmm.
ask Africans, right? I
Mm-hmm.
want to ask us Africans.
Mm.
The people that gave us the Bible, when they gave us the Bible, they took other things away from Africa. They committed a lot of atrocity.
Mm-hmm.
Tell me,
Mm-hmm.
how will those same people give you the key to the kingdom of heaven?
Impossible. Impossible. Impossible.
How will those same people give you the book to overthrow them?
Impossible.
To be better than them?
Impossible. Totally impossible. It is just not even gonna happen. It
And
cannot
the other
happen.
thing I want to raise as well is that you talked about the printing of the Bible. Yes, the printing of the Bible is in different language. In Nigeria, the printing of the Bible, I believe it's in different language
Yes,
as well.
we have it in Yoruba, Igbo, Hausa. Yes.
So, which other book apart from the Bible is put into different languages? Has science book been put into different languages?
Good point.
Has educational book been put into different languages? Has psychological books been put into different languages? Has anything at all that will help the African language been put into different language? No. And there you go. That's a big difference right there.
It's a big flag. It's a red flag telling us something is off here.
Yes. So why are they putting that into different language? Because why? It's a control mechanism. It's a tool to enslave the mind, and they want that tool to be able to reach different people, so that the indigenous, the village people, can pick up their Bible and read in Igbo language, in Yoruba language, in Hausa language. Why are they doing that? Why did they do that to any other books at all?
Yeah, they could have done it with the science books. They could have said, no, you must have it in your language because we want you to know science. But they don't let that happen.
Yeah. So this is the question that we must ask ourselves. And I was mentioning something, I was in the comments yesterday, I was mentioning something about coming back to the churches. You know, so I'm referring to church because I used to be a Christian, and that's the only one I know. I don't know the Muslim side. So coming to the language and the spells of the language again that is being used. You see this device called, I'll call it a device called the altar in the church, right? The altar in the church. And where do they read the Bible? It's on the altar.
Yeah.
And when you look at the word altar, the only thing you have to change is the A to E, and that will give you a different word, altar. That means to change.
Whoa. You know what? That is wow. Are you all listening to this? I hope you're all listening. This is so the altar. ALTAR. And yes, altar is an altering device. Wow. You see that? Because you change the T, you change the A to E, it becomes alter the mind.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow. Wow.
Altar. So, and what is altering? If you look at your dictionary, you know what,
Yeah,
you see what altar means.
exactly. I'm going to go and
The
do that now.
altar, and they perform every sacrifice ritual on that altar.
Yep. Yep.
Every sacrifice and ritual on the altar. Why do they do that?
Mm.
Versus somebody sitting at the round table, somebody just sitting down anywhere. Why does someone have to officiate and read the Bible on the altar?
Alter.
And the altar is generally, the altar is always facing a certain directional area. It's facing the east where the sun rises. When the sun rises, when you look at the direction of the altar, the situation, the location
Hmm.
of the altar
I
is
hope you're all
always facing
listening.
the east where the sun
Rises.
rises.
Hmm.
You know, and you can even tell, even with that reference of the sun rising, you can tell that the churches are built on ancient ancestral pagan
Yes,
lands.
they are. They are. They are. They are.
And the other thing with that, and where do they read Bible? Where do you ask people to come to every Sunday?
The
It's the
temple.
church.
Church, yes. Yes, church, yes.
The church, the temple.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Mm.
so when you ask people to congregate, and you have this device in front of them,
Mm-hmm.
it's no difference to the TV, the tell
Yeah.
libation
Yeah. Yeah.
that you
Yeah.
have, because every Monday, 7 days a week, the program is continuous, 7 days
Exactly.
a week. So you go to church, you receive the programming from the
Yep.
altering device, the
Mm.
altering device
Device.
given by a minister.
Minister.
And I will tell you that
Mm-hmm.
the minister, the president, the bishop, and
Mm-hmm.
all of that.
Mm-hmm.
I will tell you now, in the King Solomon keys, the magical book of the Goetia.
Mm-hmm.
Each of those names, the minister, the priest. If I show you, maybe I'm not going to send it to you today. I haven't got my laptop.
Yeah.
But each of those names, the minister, the prime minister, the bishop, do you know that they are demon named? They are named to summon demon.
Mm.
Specific demon in the Goetia. The Goetia is a magical
You
it's
see
a
that
book
now? You
of
see?
high magic. It's a book of high magic where they have all of these names. Minister. So when you are calling minister, I'm going to look for it and I'm going to
Please.
present this
Yes.
another time.
We will have to. We will. I'll be bringing. I'll make sure we co-host. And then we can. We set up a time. We did talk about it earlier on, so we need to do that
Yeah,
actually.
yeah, we need to. Yeah,
Mm.
yeah. So the name minister, the name bishop, they are references to a demon entity. It's the name of a demon. So when you proclaim, when you continue to proclaim, even president, when you continue to call president, you're summoning
Demons.
that demonic name. Minister, president, all of those titles.
Hmm.
Okay. Prime minister and all of that. So the church, the ministers of the church, or the titles in the church, archbishop,
Mm-hmm.
deacons, and all of that. These are, when we are talking about astrology, these are names. These are names given to position of the planets in astrology. You have the deacons. You have the bishop. You have all. So again, I'm just going off on tangent,
But
just touching on little.
yeah, it's important because it really, so people can really understand the context in which this Bible has been written. So thank you for providing that insight. Let me. I'll just simply say add to what you're saying for a few minutes. On top of what you said there, I need you to really think of something. When you look at the Bible that they write, it says King James Version.
Yeah.
It is a version. So that means that it is not the original. It is not the original. So
Yeah.
that means that because it's not the original, it is likely that they're going to alter large parts of the Bible that you are reading to suit
Yeah.
their purposes, i.e., like you said, the slave Bible. In there, they're saying about 90% of the Old Testament is missing, 50% of the New Testament is missing. So it stands to reason that the King James Version itself is likely to have got, like you said, huge parts of the books that are really important missing. But these
Yeah.
are things.
King version is not even the original one. There's a Swiss version.
There you go.
There's a Swiss Bible that is the
Oh,
original one before the King James version.
there you go. There you go. Oh boy, oh boy, oh
And
boy.
that's why I need to, because I didn't know we're discussing Bible today, so I would have actually done.
No. I am touching on it because something told me to touch on it because we need to bring people. It's to demonstrate how out of control we are. Then we will then go back into now using the levers that we're going to start putting the structures of control that we need in our communities to take back control.
Yeah.
That was the object.
Yeah.
So that's what I was trying to do. And that came to me. Thank you very much, Miss Dumpling. Thank you. I appreciate the gift. Thank you. So what I wanted to say before I go too far ahead, I wanted to touch on that, and I'm going to now move quickly to the Muslim Bible as well. So we need to ask questions. That's what I'm asking you. I need you. Thank you very much, Miss Dumpling. I appreciate that. Who wrote? Who publishes? Who prints the Quran? The same question. The reason I'm asking all of this is we need to if we are going to use something, at least let us know what it's about, so that we can be informed before we now put ourselves into it. We have not.
Years ago, though, with the Quran, when I was in Nigeria, I think there was a war broke out in Kano or Kaduna, when someone just mistakenly taught a piece of the Quran.
Yeah, I know.
And this person was
Yeah.
and their head was put on a plaque. Just because of that.
It's crazy. It's absolutely. You see and this is what I'm saying. People don't understand. They take the book once they start teaching all of this stuff, and the people take the book as everything, without realizing that it is actually something. You cannot get the Bible or the Quran without using something from this earth.
Yeah. Can we ask ourselves then? Can we ask ourselves then? The Bible. Okay. Let's see. The man that they refer to. The Bible has a historical lifespan of 2,000 years ago, or maybe 2,100 years. So what was before that? Clearly, humans have existed.
Thank you.
We have existed.
Exactly.
Thousands, billions of years before that. So how can a book that only came in just 2,000 years ago?
Yeah.
Why are we holding that as the ultimate truth now?
Thank you. Thank you.
This is a question that I still can't wrap my head around.
Yeah, it is.
So the deception, the brainwash is so steep that anything beyond the Bible, no one wants to talk about.
That's correct. That's correct. That's correct. And we're hoping that people can really begin to. We need you to think. The object of what we're doing here. You see, you have a system, your body. You got everything you need in your body. Everything. And you hear when they say a temple, that is in your body. Your body is a temple. But then they say, let's go to the temple, to the church, to take you away from your body. Are you seeing? You see what I'm saying? We have to really understand ourselves. And what we are doing when we're doing programs like this is to make you to connect.
Good one, brother, that you've brought up, because the Bible is our physiology. When you understand the human physiology, you will understand the Bible. That's why I am saying that the way that Africans are reading the Bible, they are just taking everything literally. Okay? Literally. But when you look at the Bible, when you look at the 12 apostles, find there's 12 ventricles in the cranium of the head, and within that, why do they call your head? Why do they have the temple beside your head?
Exactly.
The house of God is between the temple. Where is that? Is the pineal
Gland.
The third eye. The third eye. The third eye is what we're talking about in terms of our intuition, in terms of the God mind.
Thank you.
Even the God mind, in terms of the all-seeing eye. That is why you have it in American dollar.
Indeed.
All-seeing eye.
Indeed.
Why does the American dollar have the all-seeing eye if it's not important? What is this eye doing? Why has America got that eye in their dollar? That's because they understood something that the rest of us don't. The 12 apostles. The 12 apostles. When you study the cranium.
That's correct.
There's the 12 ventricles. They signify the 12 apostles. The 12 different. And when you look at astronomy, you can also.
It's all connected.
The Bible is also the book of astrology. Okay. When you look at the 12 houses of astrology, it's referring to that. The Adam in the Bible is the head, the Adam Kadmon, the first perfect being. What do we mean by being? The first perfect being. Adam is also Christ.
That's it.
Because why do we say that? The Christ is the title. The Christ is a title. The Christ is the unified person. The Christ is the person who has joined with their spirit, who has embodied their spirit and body. So they are living from that unified field of their source within themselves. That is what the Christ is. The Christ is unity.
Yes.
Unity of the mind and the heart. The unity of the left and the right brain.
Yes.
When you have both of them working together, this is the Christ. And we talk about.
So it's a state of mind. It's a state of mind.
Yes,
when the.
Exactly. We talk about the cranial fluid, the cranium, the colostrum in the brain. And the colostrum, when you look at that, the colostrum is called the Christ. That fluid that comes out. This is what the ancients knew. The ancient philosophers. This is what they study in their mystery school, to learn how to release that colostrum in the cranium, in the pineal gland. Because when that is open, it opens you up to the knowledge of everything. And that is why in the Genesis story, when they talk about the tree of the good and evil, do not eat of this tree, or you talk about the tree of knowledge. Why would the God in the Bible say, eat of this tree, but not to eat of this tree? Because you know that when you eat of the other tree, your third eye, your colostrum will be open. When you allow wisdom to penetrate you, when you open your mind, this is what it is. When you open your mind and take in information, you get the wisdom of all ages, the wisdom of all knowing, the wisdom of the God that is telling you shouldn't eat of the forbidden fruit. Adam and Eve's story is a personification, it's a symbol of the left and right brain. The left and right brain. The left brain is the masculine side. So the left brain is the feminine side. The right brain is the masculine side. So when these two come together, they form the Christ, the unified, embodied masculine and feminine aspect that is within us. And this is why Adam and Eve were personified, were unified in the New Testament as the Christ. I mean, this is really deep. I don't want to go there.
No. But it's good. It's good. We need to touch on it, because people. What we're trying to do is to get people to connect all of this to their body. I said it. You have everything you need in your body, and what you are saying now is connecting and proving that in the words we're speaking. So thank you very much for that. So let us quick.
I don't want to set people on a deeper trail.
No, not yet. I mean, exactly. what I wanted to just do, I'm just going to touch on this briefly. Then we will now go to the point where we're going to start talking about solutions, because
All
we
right.
need to,
Okay.
we have to make sure that we need everybody, every African, to know that you have the solution to your problems. You
Yeah.
just need to allow yourself to receive the download to be able to activate the things you need within your community, within your sphere, in your areas,
Yeah.
to fix your
Yeah.
problems. There is nothing you cannot fix. You are
Exactly.
powerful,
Yes. Yeah.
not powerless. You are powerful, not
Yeah.
powerless. This is what we're trying to do. So don't think I'm just coming to teach you Bible or Quran. No, 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 no. We're not doing that. We're trying to tell you what these things are doing to you and make you understand that in your own right, you are powerful, not powerless. Now,
Yeah.
so quickly, let me go into the Quran side of it again. The Quran, they say the King Fahad complex for printing of the Holy Quran produces Noble Quran, which is made freely available among most widely read Quran translations around the world. So you now know that the king of Arabia, he gets it. They have a factory, and as they would have in Nigeria, where you have factories for printing the Quran, and in Yoruba, in English, and in all the countries. Please, I need you to understand. The reason I'm saying this to you is that when you're saying it's a holy book, this is printed, and what they are printing on is the materials that comes from this earth. I need you to just you have. It's not something that is, oh, it suddenly miraculously appears. It comes from this earth. You have to understand that. And these are concepts that we need to really break down so that you understand. So now they say, I've just told you now. So they print, there is no debate about that. The Quran is printed from a factory, the Bible is printed from a factory. Doesn't mean that they're holy books in the way they're telling you. And as you know, the Bible in the Old Testament part of the Bible and the Quran are the same thing. They are the same things. They're just using a different language. That's it.
Exactly.
That's it. So we have to really understand what is being done here. Once you understand the connection between Islam and Christianity, you will be very, very loath to allow it to pervade your thinking. And I'm not, listen, I'm not disrespecting you, but I'm telling you the connections. We've now established that they are printed all around the world. And why is it that something that is of value is freely available when other things that are of value, we can see they do everything to make sure you don't get your hands on it? Our gold in our land, our diamonds, our lithium, our oil, they do everything to make sure that we do not have access to it. They get access to it first. We have to really be looking at the practicalities. So that's what I wanted to say in terms of religion. We're not going to go anymore into that area now. Now we've set the scene.
Let me just say that.
Yes.
Let me just say that if a book was given from God, why are there other 66 other books that were hidden? It is just now that we're having exposure to those books.
Mm-hmm.
Why did they take it? Why did the church in 325 AD
AD.
by the Synod of Bishops,
Mm-hmm.
you know, why did a few men gather to say, let's remove all of these other books from the Bible? And I can remember in those days when I was reading the Bible, it says, you can never take from the word, no, you can
Mm-hmm.
never take or add, take away or
Mm-hmm.
extract from the word of God. So why has these people, taken away 66 books of the Bible? And they
Mm-hmm.
say, oh, that is not relevant for when you ask them the question
Mm-hmm.
that they pose to you, the response that they give to you back
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
is that those books are not relevant to Christianity.
Yeah. But let us be the judge of that. Don't take it away. Let us be the judge. You can't be the
Let's
judge.
read everything.
Yes, then we
Let's
can
read
judge.
if it's about this person
Yeah.
Why are you hiding certain aspects of his life and giving out certain aspects? What are you trying to do?
Exactly. Exactly.
Are you not trying to control what people read?
Mm, mm, indeed.
So this is a form of control.
It is.
So it's just now that we're getting exposure. Those books are being disclosed.
Exactly.
That's the 66 books found
Found.
in
There you
Egypt,
go.
in Nakamadi in 1946.
Wow. Mm. 66 books. Okay, thank you very much for that. Now, what we do yesterday, I want to thank everybody, and there were many suggestions about how we can actually fix Africa. You see, now what we've done, hopefully by having this discussion now, it is now clear, it should be clear to us that the religions of Islam and Christianity, as far as Africa is concerned, is designed to constrain us from solving our problems. It's designed to keep us waiting for somebody to tell us what to do, when to do it, how to do it. It is stripping us of that control. Sorry, I cannot take. Oh, 1 second. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna just take it here. Okay, give me. Okay, carry on. Can you carry on one
Yeah.
second?
Okay, you're busy. Do you want to call me back later?
Yeah, I'll call you back. I'll call you back. Thank you. I'll call you
Okay.
back. So yeah, okay. So okay, that's fine. Got it now. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me? Sorry, somebody just a call just came in.
Yeah, yeah,
Apologies.
yeah.
So now, what I need us to understand, I needed to say, um, um, I needed to say this to put the Christianity and Islam in the context of understanding that it is stripping Africans of the powers that we already possess within us, each and every one of us.
Yeah.
And what we now need to do is to awaken from that slumber state collectively. This time, collectively, every community, we need to share this message so that our communities can start to decouple from these religions. And it's a message we need to pass across to every part of Africa because we need our people to be able to free Africa and to, take control. You cannot take control if your mindset has been what's the word? If your mindset is being controlled by levers that you don't have any control over. They are telling you what to do, when to do it, how to do it, and it's telling you that some things that is part of you is actually satanic, it's evil, don't do it. They're using this scare factor to scare you, and they're putting in that, like you said yesterday, what's the word you call whereby they create engineer a situation and then they provide the solution, to prove that they are powerful.
Dialectic, yeah.
Dialectic, exactly. So
Hegelian dialectic.
what do you call it? Say again.
Hegelian dialectic.
Thank you. I'm going to write that. In fact, let me type it now so I can see it on the screen. And those of you who are on YouTube, you will see it. Hegelian dialectic. So Hegelian dialectic. Yes.
Hegelian.
Lian. Okay.
And then space, another word, dialectic.
Dialectic. Okay. So I need us to. We're going to read that. So I'll save that down. And thank you very much for sharing that. Dialectic. L in the middle. There we go. Okay, so Hegelian dialectic. So I'm going to read what that means. Hegelian dialectic in British English. An interpretive method in which contradiction between a proposition thesis and its antithesis is resolved at higher level of truth. So that's what it's saying. So they put a situation before you and then they solve it to convince you to believe in their myth, the myth of their so-called religion.
Yes.
So these are, we need to really just understand that collectively. And that's what I wanted to really bring to bear here. Let me just pause for a second and let Mansa X say a few words as he's joined us. Mansa X, go ahead. Welcome on board.
Me, I was just enjoying learning. Thank you very much, my
Yeah.
brother Citizen. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you so much to my sister.
Yes.
Problem solvers. Just a little something that I wanna say is
Yes.
that we at this point in time, as far as religion is concerned, our people, especially old people, no offense to our old people,
Yes.
but you guys were
Mhm.
when you guys do bullshit. As far as our elders are concerned, some
Yes.
of them are too far gone.
Mm. Mm.
They're too far gone.
Mm.
So directing our energy in terms of wanting to save them from that stuff, it's
Good point.
we're going to deplete our energy, and nothing will change in that regard.
Okay, so I agree with you. We need to conserve that energy so that we can propel ourselves forward further rather than focusing
We
on.
need to focus on our young ones.
Okay, good point.
Our young ones.
Good.
I think the awakened ones need to start looking into building institutions
Mm-hmm.
that
Mm-hmm.
can usher in a different way of doing things.
Brilliant. Brilliant. Brilliant.
You know,
Brilliant.
because if we sit here trying to
Mhm.
wake up our elders, man, it's we'll find ourselves drained and not nothing to show for it.
Very good point. Very good point. Thank you very much. Thank you, Mansa. If you stick around, we are now going to actually do exactly what you're saying because we had the discussion yesterday, and one of the things we started trying to get our people to do is that we are not just going to talk. We want to feel the impact of what we discuss in our communities on a regular basis, on a daily basis, hourly basis, weekly basis, in terms of reaching into the communities and empowering them from within the communities. But to do that, I felt we needed to talk about this first part that they're familiar with. You see, when you're familiar with something, you become comfortable. And that you sit into it. It becomes like a cloth. You wear it and you sort of sit in it. And when somebody tells you something else, oh no, I don't really, I'm okay here. But now we've now broken that down. Now we're now going to focus on the powers that particularly the youth has now to make the change. And this is where we come into that situation, what we're saying. Now, the discussion we had yesterday was about how are we actually going to help solve our problems. Verna, who was on the show yesterday, she came up with a suggestion about helping in our community. And in the process of discussing the problems that we have within our communities on ground, what happened was that a lot of other people, Manuel Catman, let me just check. Okay, I will. Okay, I'll bring him on. But please, go. Okay, that's fine. It doesn't want. I doesn't want to come in. Okay. Now, in the process of discussing the problems that were being faced by farmers, by small communities, and all of that, and the trying to help, it became apparent that a lot of those of us who are in diaspora, what we perceived as solutions to their problem did not match the reality of what the people on ground wanted. So people who are in communities around in many continent in many parts of Africa, some of them started calling in and they said, "Look, I don't need money for food in my community because we have food in the community." So this is really important. But what they needed was good roads, to be able to, and good infrastructure so that they can be able to get their goods from the market, from the farm to the market in the shortest possible time, and also freedom to move around. So all of this became apparent. Now, to be able to solve that problem, it became apparent that we needed to now start talking to the communities, depending on the governance in that area, to make them aware of the powers that they possess as citizens, and even more so, sovereigns. So now the job now becomes how to now empower within those communities. Clearly, we cannot use English or French to disseminate information that's going to empower the people in the communities because many of them don't speak those languages. When you go into the villages, they do not speak French or English. They speak African language. And those who are making laws know that. So they keep the laws in foreign language to keep them out of the loop while they loot the resources and the money. So what we are planning now, and we need everybody to be involved in this. Everybody has to be involved in this. We need people to now join hands. For example, in Nigeria, for example, we started doing something now whereby I've been doing a program for some time now where I've been reading particular sections of the 1999 Constitution, key sections that I know the people need. You need to know two things. In fact, I think this will be the format for all areas of Africa.
Yes. Yeah.
It will be the format. Mhm.
I wanted to say rather quickly
Mm.
that the overall
Mhm.
perceived yesterday was sustaining what is already there. How can we sustain that and ensure continuity
That's
and
correct.
improve the process as much as we can
Yeah.
uh, for these different communities on a
Mhm.
grassroots
That's
basis.
correct. That's correct.
And in order to be able to do that, we're not going to just say, okay, we're going to go there and hand them money. No. There's going to be number one, the mindset change. The reason why we are doing this, i.e., we've started with you kindly provided the Constitution,
That's correct.
which is very, very simple. It's
Yes.
very, very short and simple for people to be able to interpret and understand
Indeed.
in their own language. First of all, is empowering the individual with what they already have, i.e., the government and the Constitution. So there's a belief in that already, which will then take people away from, I believe, I hope God will do this in Jesus' name. No. So number one is the action, the key action point for people to read, understand what they are, understand what they need to do, that they have the power within themselves and not just waiting for some God in the sky to come in and one day, which, in fact, that's been going on for over 2,000 years. I
Yeah.
don't know why people are still carrying that on.
Yes.
But these are the things that it's action based, and action based on what the people already know is sort of bringing that message but refining it in a way that makes sense in the modern day.
Thank you. I couldn't put that any better. I simply couldn't put that any better. You hit the nail on the head in every possible way. And I hope people are taking that on board. It's about, the idea is to encourage us to take action, whatever may lie ahead. We are at that point now on the African continent that we simply must take action. But it's not individually, it is collectively. And that is why we need people to join. Please, you need to see this as your responsibility in every part of that African continent. It is your responsibility. If you have platforms like this that you can share information, get in touch. We got to do this work. It's going to be painstaking, but the object is simple in every sphere of that continent where there are people, where there's governance and they have a constitution. Our role is to make sure that those information is in their language first and foremost, because I'm afraid to say the language of the colonizers, the English language and the French language, is a spell. When you say the spell yourself, you get deeper in it. That's number one. Number two, our people in the villages, they don't know those languages, they don't know the meaning. So they are not able to demand their rights. So we are being hit on two fronts. Those who are in governance, unfortunately, if you notice what happens with those in governance, where do they get their health care? It's not at home. Where do they put, where do they put the money that they loot? It's not in their economy. Where do they go and buy homes? It's not in the economy. Where do they go on holiday? It's not in the economy. That is a sign that the spell has got them to believe that to get the best out of everything, it's out of their land. It's a spell. It is a deep spell. And they cannot, like Mansa X said, the older ones, I'm sorry, they're not going to get out of it.
Yeah,
They're not.
Ones who are not focusing,
They're not.
focusing on them
No.
because,
No.
yeah, we've got to
But-
look at the probability of making quick change.
Exactly.
Those who are more open to, flexible to change.
Thank you. Thank you.
Available to change
Mhm.
at this time.
Mhm.
Yes.
So very, very important. And please, problem solving, chip in when I really like this. This is very good because we are giving information that is important here, so that we need to be. We want this to have the impact that all of us, myself included, it energizes us
I think the
to
other
take action.
thing,
Yeah.
thing I want to add very quickly
Mhm.
is, and this is a solution. This is a solution point as well in relation to religion.
Mm-hmm.
We're talking about the
Yeah.
Christmas, the Easter.
Mm-hmm.
So these are the things
Mm-hmm.
that we can start to change.
Mm-hmm.
The what our ancestors used to follow is the natural cycles, and the natural cycle is the cycle of nature. So when we go back to the cycle of nature, the cycle of following the sun, generally you will understand, you'll begin to also understand why they are using Christmas in the way that they're using Christmas. The New Year, for example, is not 1st of
It's not.
January.
It's
It's actually
clearly not.
1st of April.
Mm-hmm.
It's 1st of
April.
April. This
Mm-hmm.
is where the plants begin to grow.
Mm-hmm.
This is where, yes, there's 13 months.
Mm-hmm.
This is where the plants begin to grow. Things grow around this time. So when you study nature, you would look at nature. When does the plant grow? When do you plant your seed? The farmers are very vast in that as well, because they have to follow the seasons and the cycle of nature in order to be able to cultivate, plant the seeds. So when we follow the same cycle, we're going back to the cycle that our ancestors followed as well, before even the Gregorian calendar, before the church calendar, and all of that. So this is a deconstruction point as well. So do away with their Christmas, because there's been countless Christmas. 25th of December. There are 6 deities before the Christ, before Jesus. We've got the Maitreya's, we've got the Buddha, we've got the Horus in Egypt. So all of these people hold the same birthday, 25th of December. So it's not only Christ. Sorry to burst the Christian bubble of 25th of December being the birth of Christ, but evidentially there has been no archaeological evidence to prove that either. So these are the things that we need to start to look at. I'm just touching
It's good.
points that we can start to make.
Yeah.
So it's going back to the natural cycle of time. The time to plant new crop, you know that is a new beginning. That's the time to start new projects. The time to harvest your crop in some hemisphere could be in October, September time. I don't know when, but that is when you know that your harvest is coming in.
That's correct.
You're celebrating, you're sharing, you're celebrating. That is the harvest. Actually, October, around the northern hemisphere here. But I believe that obviously there's a corresponding time in the hemispheres. Depending on, because I'm currently living in the UK, so that's what I know right now. So those are the times that we can start to, celebrate our family gathering, as opposed to, dipping into the myth that doesn't really work for us anymore as Africans. So follow our African, go research, go do Google on African calendar. Follow that, know your country calendar or your traditional calendar, and just follow that, because what you're saying to the ancestors is that I'm ready to listen. I'm ready to listen. I'm ready to come back. So that's just what I want to.
Thank you. Thank you. I made those valid points. Focus on the youth, and and sort of not less on the adults, and follow the natural cycle of nature, the 13 months. The construction point, i.e., that 25th of December is a myth, and actually it throws us off. I will just add one more thing. The 13 months of cycle means that there is 1 month missing. They've squashed 13 months into 12 months, and that throws so many things off the cycle. So like
because
you said,
each of the months, instead of 30 days or 31 days, they are 28 days.
That's exactly
that
it.
aligns with the moon cycle of 28 days cycle, and that is the cycle even with feminine. When we start
That's correct.
when we
Thank
start
you.
to go into the natural cycle, the natural cycle of the woman begin to flourish when you are following the 28th day cycle, because that is the cycle of the moon that we know of. The moon is not 31 days or 21 days.
That's exactly
Follow
it.
the cycle of the moon if you want to know the calendar, and that would give you the additional month, which is the 13th month.
Exactly. Thank you. And to add to that, It is interesting that Christianity says that our African spirituality is demonic, but our spirituality follows the cycle of the moon.
Yeah.
28 days. Yoruba culture,
Yes.
it's 28 days. It follows the cycle of the moon. So when you are being told this story that African spirituality is bad, you need to know, we're telling you to be aware that it actually follows the cycle of the moon. And that, like my sister said, when it's flowing in that way, it actually it aids the development of our systems. Because everything is in the right sequence. Whereas the religions that we are following takes you
Cycle,
out of
exactly.
sequence.
Your menstrual cycle.
Exactly.
Your menstrual cycle will really balance when you follow the natural cycle. And to tell you what, you see what they've done. The 1% of the world who are the richest people in the world, they don't follow any of these things that
Nope.
they have told us to
Nope.
follow. And that's why these people are so stinking rich. That's why they can do everything that they're doing under the covers of darkness, under the covers of the night. They know what they need to be doing. But this is why they have the esoteric knowledge, the esoteric, the occult knowledge.
Exactly.
And they've given others the esoteric knowledge, the regular, normal, controlling knowledge, you know. So this is what we should pay attention. So the more we follow the natural cycle, we will become rich in self, in mind, and in our countries.
Yeah. Let me add to that. Please, when we say rich, we're not talking paper rich. We're talking wealth, consciousness, spiritually, physically, psychologically, and all of that is equating to that. It can the paper wealth can never match that. It can never match it.
Paper what is fiat anyway. The
That's
paper
correct.
money, that's a different one
That's
again.
that's correct. So
Paper money is just I owe you.
exactly,
It's been made out of
exactly,
thin air.
exactly. We're not going to go into that now. But so let's continue. Now, please keep in mind everything we're doing here is about encouraging you to know that you do not have to worry about finding a solution. It is within you. What we want you to do is to tune in into yourself and to your community, to now look at each other, to now begin to trust. You build this trust within that community. Build the trust in the love, in that love cycle that comes from the Akuma symbol, from the Adinkra, King Adinkra of Ghana. I will keep saying it because this is from Africa. In that cycle of love, you have to have the trust in there. That's what we're trying to do now. You need to build the trust within every community. The trust is got to be built into that love. Now, when you do that, we can now plan because we know now we are focused. We are focused on achieving the same goal. We are focused on achieving the same goal. So that is what we're trying to do here. So please, you have a role to play. Every single one of us. By even if you talk to just one person about this is what, build the Ubuntu. Thank you very much, Michael Catman. Thank you, Manuel Catman. So absolutely. So let me just quickly say thank you there. So
the Ubuntu has been the way of the African since time immemorial.
Wow.
That is our way of life.
Wow.
I exist because you
exist.
I see you in me. You are my own reflection.
Thank you.
That is the Ubuntu.
That's it. That is it. That is it. That's what has been stripped from us. That's what's been stripped from us. And we owe it to the coming generation. Like Mansa said, we owe it to them to give them this information so that they, going forward, they will not be fooled or tricked into this kind of cycle of oppression ever again. And it is going to end. Okay, let me bring Catman. I'll add you. Let me see if I can add you. I see you. You want to say something, and I'm going to try and add you. I'll invite you so you can join in because I like it when people want to join, and because that means we're doing the right thing. Just give me a second. So please, now what in every community, the object is to empower them in their local language. Every community, not in a foreign language. We need people who know the language, who can translate the laws in their language so that the people are empowered straight away. You can learn science in your language. You can learn biology in your language. You can learn physics in your language. There's nothing you can't do in your language. The spells, those languages that have been imposed on us, they are spells, like I said. So all of the mind, those who are, and when they swear, when the president swears on oath to protect Nigeria, we didn't create Nigeria. Nigeria was created by colonials. That's a spell telling him he'll be loyal to them, not to you. That's why they're taking the money out of your country. It's a spell.
Do you know that the natural law of the land on all across the planet, do you know the natural law on the planet is no man, woman should be without a living place.
Yes.
Food.
Exactly.
A roof over their heads.
You see.
And to live on the land.
You see.
Just as nature intended. You know, just as nature. This is the natural law of the land.
Exactly.
This is why even in the UK here, there are communities where people are going back to the land.
Exactly.
To live on the land. Because on the land, every man and woman, all of these basic necessity must be there. This is the right of nature. This is the natural law. This is why we're going to the natural common law. The natural common law is not dictated. It's based on the natural law of the universe.
Exactly.
It's not a man-made law. It is the law of the land. So why do we have people? Why do we have countries? Why do we have governments selling lands?
Yeah, exactly.
Lands? Because in fact, anybody is free to go to any part of the world.
Exactly.
As long as that land is free.
Exactly.
Go on that land and build their home and their house.
Exactly.
This is the law of the land.
Exactly.
This is common law. This is natural law.
Okay. Very, very good info. Let me bring on, I know Manuel Catman, I think, if I'm saying it right. Please, I know you'd like to say a few words, then I'll carry on, then I'll bring in Verna May, welcome on board, and Aram Red One as well. So,
Okay.
Yeah, go ahead, Manuel.
Can I come in now?
Yes, please, go ahead.
Greetings to all of you. I really want to acknowledge the good work that you guys are doing. In fact, it's mind-blowing. I want to thank our sister who has given a lot of knowledge to our people. Please just keep doing it, because if we don't do it, nobody's gonna do it.
Thank you.
The enemy is just so happy to see us where we are. And unfortunately, some of ours, in the name of pastors, are taking advantage over the global ones.
Yep.
Making huge money out of them. Because they are supposed to be the ones to tell our people that this message is not the right message. But unfortunately, with their PhDs in theology, they are using it to murder the innocents. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, the little contribution I wanted to make was like telling our people that this message is really, really supposed to start from the grassroots, from the young ones, like
Yes,
my sister said.
Yes.
It's supposed to start from down there, because even the government in place is also taking advantage over the situation.
Yes.
Because knowing that when you are so tied up in the things that the government is supposed to provide to you,
Yeah.
which the government is not doing, at the end of the day, we will all gather in the church and start praying to one unknown Jesus that never existed to come and solve our problems.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
and it's also unfortunate because our people doesn't ask questions. The black race is just kind of a consumer race. We consume everything. Everything that is given to us, we just consume. You know? Knowing that the white Jesus that has been pasted in all our houses
Yeah. Yeah.
is the savior. So we just consume everything.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it has been in our subconscious that even up to today, if a black child sees
The royals were in Nigeria on the invitation of the Chief of Defense Staff, General Christopher Musa, to promote Prince Harry's
work to do to
Yeah.
from what they have been taught.
Mm.
You know, it is not going to be easy, but we just have to fight. We just have to keep fighting.
Mm-hmm.
It's not going to be easy because, to be very honest with you, we cannot just be fighting without giving something. Before you remove something, you must replace it with something.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
we have to try by all means to let our people know that spirituality is the highest.
Mm-hmm.
If we can replace this God-forsaken Christianity and Islam with spirituality,
Mm-hmm.
then I think it will really solve the message we are trying to pass.
Yes.
And knowing fully well that the enemy is so strong, that's why they decided to translate the Bible to all the languages we have in Africa.
Mm-hmm.
But the science book that is supposed to impart knowledge onto our people is just within English and French.
There you go. There you go.
Just within English and French. So if they can translate the science books into our native languages, I think we can do more than what we are doing today.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's just a little I wanted to and also to tell our people there is a challenge going on.
Mm-hmm.
If anybody, any African man can show us the graveyard of anybody mentioned in the Bible, any name mentioned in the Bible, if they can show the graveyard of any, I put up this challenge one time. I will put £100, a direct debit from my account to the
Yeah.
person's account till the day I die. £100 till the day I die.
Wow.
If they can show us the graveyard of anybody mentioned in the Bible.
Mm.
Because all those things are all allegory.
Allegory.
They never existed.
Yeah. 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 Thank you.
They never existed. They're just allegory.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Manuel. Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Manuel, I would love to be having that £100 every month, but I know there's no archaeological evidence, so that's going to be very impossible.
No.
That's true.
Mm.
That's why we can take the risk to challenge the people if
Yeah.
you can show.
Yes.
Then the last point I will make before I hand over, please.
Yes.
It is rather unfortunate that because the black race doesn't know their history, that's why today we sit and say, oh, the Israel are killing Palestine, that's the Palestinian land. But they forget to know that the territory the Palestinians are claiming to be theirs today belongs to us.
Yeah, that's a deeper story as well. That yeah.
Territory Palestine right up to Egypt, Morocco, and belongs to us. That is our habitat.
There will be programs we'll be doing about that further down. This Middle East thing, there's a story around that.
One thing I wanted to add,
Yeah.
I wanted to add something to that very, very quickly, just a short one.
Mm-hmm.
When your brother mentioned Palestine and
Mhm.
all of that, so someone put a funny video about that months ago, and when I looked at it, I was just laughing. And it says that African people are calling Israel, the God of Israel, to come and fight their war. But when Israel is fighting, Israel is using an armored car and AK-47.
Exactly. 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 I mean, you can pray all you want.
They're still calling the God of Israel.
There you go.
It's
Well,
horrible.
it's incredible. That is absolutely incredible. But no, thank you so much. Let me quickly go to Vanna because I want to say something about the plans, the solution side, and I want you all to chip in when we talk about that. Vanna, welcome on board. You are the one who started all this, Vanna, and we are taking the action based on what we discussed yesterday. And now you are making us face the truth among ourselves. We have to come up with solutions. So this is what we're trying to build from here. Welcome on board, Vanna. Thank you so much.
Thank you. I didn't go to bed till 3 o'clock this morning.
Wow.
I kept listening when I was falling asleep.
Wow.
Anyway, it was so wonderful.
Yeah,
And,
thank you.
I just want to say hello to the Queen Problem Solver because she's a very, very
Oh.
powerful, anointed, and appointed.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you, Alice. Thank you so much. Yes.
Thank you.
But anyway,
Yeah.
yes. Oh, I take the blame, but it's not only me. It's all of us.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. You asked the question and it opened the floodgates to how we can do this, and we are all, we all now know that talking alone is no longer enough. Now we actually have to have structured plans put in place, and this starting with things like, there were so many ideas. For example, having those information uh, in the marketplaces, in the shops, in the, in the schools, on people going around on pamphlets to waken the people in the local languages, and then begin to partner that with actually solving the problem. So if they have a problem with trying to get from the farm to the market, how, suggesting about getting back for them, but of course always relating to the actual needs of the people on ground. So it needs connection. So that's what we were trying to do. But carry on, Vaname. Go ahead.
The idea of putting it in music is fantastic. It's so fantastic. We get young rappers,
Mm-hmm.
and
Mm-hmm.
I'm a songwriter. I'm a singer, a songwriter,
Wow.
and I'm very good with making simple songs
Yeah.
with power.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Wow.
we can now
Wow.
put something together,
Yes.
and by next week we'll have something that you can look at
Yes.
and see if we can get musicians to put it to music.
Yes. 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 This is
Really
this.
good, Bernard. That's really good.
This is what we need to do. Yes. Put the message in music. Yes. Yes. Fantastic. So now, what we are, so I don't know if you have many, if you like to, if you have more suggestions, please let's hear it as well. And I mean, we will pick you up on that because all of us will be part of this. What we are hoping to do is, please, I need you to understand that we are building trust here. When we start getting that trust, the next steps that we need to do will emerge. So, but always to give information that will help our communities right now. So, for example, this message that the constitution in Yoruba language needs to go to the communities and other areas right now. We need to be sharing it. We need talking to people about it, even just writing the words down and sharing it. That's connection. You are changing.
Bro, please, can I say something, please? Just
Yes.
1 second.
Yes.
This idea you're bringing is a very brilliant idea, but it's also very risky. I just want to remind you that, like you said in Yoruba,
Mm-hmm.
we have the Boko Harams up in the north
Yes.
and other Islamic kind of people
Yeah.
who thinks that talking against Islam is haram.
Oh no, we're not going to talk about. This is not about talking about about religion. No. This is about empowering you to know you are a sovereign in your community. We do not want to spend. We don't want to spend any energy on religion. We just want the people to have the information about their rights, and then once they have that, they will decide for themselves if their religion can match the rights that they have within the books. So that is what That's what we're trying to get at. So yeah, that wouldn't be a problem. I hope that answers your question.
I wanted to say something very quickly
Mm.
because I'm coming from this. I'm not coming from this from a this response now.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a business analyst, and
Ah.
what I do, we look at how to change things, and initially the initial steps is knowing who to contact on the ground, the stakeholders, people we need to talk to, people we need to engage. So I think the very first thing that we need to do is to make that connection. I think you mentioned that a few minutes ago, to make that connection, make the connection on the grounds, and start to invite these people to this life, or maybe have an alternative platform to kind of
Bring them in.
engage them. So exactly. So we start bringing them in. We start telling them. So in that forum as well, what we are doing by what we're saying is also deprogramming the minds of these people as well, through the constitution, through what is already there, so that they are psyched up to take action um, on this. So I feel this is the really first important point.
Fantastic.
And
Okay.
by engaging with these people,
Mhm.
we're also finding out from them. These are fact finding
Mhm.
calls as well,
Mhm.
where they can tell us what's what's going on the ground,
Yeah.
what challenges that we could face, potential challenges,
Hmm.
and we can start to map things from there.
Yeah. Absolutely. I agree with you. Swipe left to close. Sorry.
You know what else is a great
Yeah. Go. Hold on. Okay. 1 second. October. Let Vanna say something. Then I'll bring the other thing. Go ahead.
Yeah, let me finish and then I'll say something.
Okay. All right. Okay. Okay. I'm Red One. Do you want to speak? Because you've been here first, but then I can let two ball speak then. I'm Red One. Are you there? Okay. Say a few words. Yeah.
Good evening, everyone. Actually, I'm at work, so I
Okay.
will be listening to
Okay.
everyone. Yes.
Okay. Thank you. Okay. Thank you. Two ball. I hope I'm saying it right. Welcome on board. What would you like to say? Thank you.
I'm coming from the Caribbean, sir.
Welcome. Welcome. Greetings, brethren. Greetings.
I like the suggestion that the puppet Burkini or Faso.
Yes.
That's his name, right?
Yeah.
Have it right?
No, no. You're talking about Ibrahim Traore.
Yeah. Talking to one of those leaders,
Yes.
that in Africa that stand up for the people,
Mm-hmm.
And I'm from the Caribbean, and we don't have that kind of thing here,
Mm-hmm.
balance,
Mm-hmm.
balance where you can, see that, justice. Now we don't get justice,
No. No.
and the people need justice, and see what I put up the video,
Mm-hmm.
and a lot of people comment from it on my country,
Mm.
right?
Mm.
They like response,
Mm-hmm.
from that, because if we have a leadership in the world, we will have a balance.
Yeah.
We have enough food to cover the whole world. I don't know why they are doing this. This separation tactics and divide tactics they always doing to us have to stop,
Yeah.
And we need to do more in a technical way, because they are listening to us. You know that, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So we need that is imposing them to actually put things in place.
Mm-hmm.
So in order to get this, or there's a lot of planning, there's a lot of grouping,
Mm-hmm.
but then you have the other separation, divide and conquer,
Mm-hmm.
which is religion and the self-hate that black people have in them, because of um, the colonial mentality they put in each other.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
This is
Absolutely.
the problem we have, to get that colonial system mindset we have. This divide and counter tactics they're always trying with us,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
causing a lot of problems, causing things to go, in a different direction. So we got to look for a narrative where we can, post something to the big leaders, because it makes no sense. 100 families ruling the world and destroying the mentality of the people by separating with religion.
Indeed.
Religion is a big problem. That's how the rule. In fact, that's how the system come. The
Mm-hmm.
system come from religion, because how they conquer the people
Yeah.
in the year Dubai in 1800, 1900. They conquer they conquer.
Are you you distracted there? It looks like you're distracted. Okay. Let me just say something. Again, I want us all to remember something. Please, close your eyes. I need you to believe that you have everything you need to solve the problem. You are complete. You are complete. To make this work, it now needs unity. You are complete. Everything that we need, all of us, we have it. What we now need to do is the common goal. Focus our eye on that goal. So, anybody, when you're talking on here, have that mindset, the positive mindset, that there is no problem that we collectively on the African continent can solve. When you have that mindset, All of these things, you will see they are distractions. For there to be a problem on the African continent, they've created the problems. And how have they created it? I'll just say this briefly. The separation, the lines that they've drawn across Africa, they are the problem. Unless and until we dismantle those lines, poverty will happen in all areas of Africa because we're supposed to help each other. We have 60%, I said it yesterday, of the fertile land on the world is in Africa. You put corn in the ground, it will grow. You put yam, it will grow. Whatever, that land is perhaps the most fertile in the entire world. But the divisions that they've caused in separating us into French, English, Spanish, and all of that, and restricting our movement, they are imposing poverty on us as well as our minds. Yes, it's possible you will talk again. But I will drop some people and then we'll bring them back in. But for now, just give me a few minutes. What I need us to really do, and that's why I'm saying every time you look at your community, we need our people to believe that they have the solution. Trust that the innate solutions is within them. But it starts with the trust within us, which is what we're trying to build. We start with that, then we do the practical steps, like my sister said, where we keep people within the community, your farmers, your market women, your those who are going to build roads, those who know the community. Then we can have engagement and they disseminate information in your local language. Our local language is the key to solving our problems. That is why they don't want us to speak in our language. When we speak the same language in our communities, we solve our problem. So I want us all to have that in mind. With that said, let me bring in. You will talk. Give me Manuel. Go ahead. Say you wanted to say something. Go ahead. Let me, and then I might have to change people because I need to bring somebody on board as well. But Manuel, go ahead. Let's hear from you.
Okay. Yeah, thanks a lot, bro.
Yeah, you're welcome.
There is something that has been bothering me for a very long time.
Mm-hmm.
So I think this is a platform where maybe I can have some answers to this question.
Mm-hmm.
Because I have you, I have our sister
Mm-hmm.
and other smart brains on board.
Mm-hmm.
I've been asking myself for so many years now, why is it that mosquitoes that carries the Plasmodium parasite exist only within the black habitat? I've been in South Africa. There are mosquitoes in South Africa, but it doesn't give malaria. In England, I'm presently resident in England.
Yes. Okay.
We have mosquitoes here, but it doesn't give malaria.
Okay.
In Belgium, all over Europe, it doesn't. Why is it that it is only within the black habitat that malaria does exist?
We'll have to do.
So I don't know. Maybe somebody can.
Yeah, if anybody knows and you have definite facts to back what you're saying, I don't know, but I've asked that question. But I think now we can research that. And you see, sometimes I don't want to say anything about that area because I don't know it in depth. But I think I've thought about that question myself, and I often wonder. But if anybody on the platform knows right now, please do let us know. I will drop my brother Mansa X. I'm going to bring Yaz. And then we'll come back in again, Mansa X. Let me bring Yaz, because I wanted to hear from Yaz as well. Yaz, I hope you're there. I've been waiting for Yaz. Where is she? There she go. There you are, Yaz. We need our ladies, our mothers, to speak to us on this platform as well. Welcome on board. Now what we are looking at, they genetically modify even mosquitoes. Exactly. So, Mansa X, maybe in the next few times you can come back and talk to us about that one. So you come back and tell us if you know anything about that. Let me reply Mansa X. So we'll bring you back on in a little while to flesh out on that topic. But we don't want to go too far off topic. We'll bring you back on in a while, in a bit. So please just bear with me. Just stay up with us here. So now is Yaz there? Has anybody seen Yaz? Or is she busy? Okay, I'll wait for her. Now, going on to what we're saying, we have to understand that our key people in the community, we have to identify them, like a problem-solving coach has said. We must identify them. We have to begin to work with them. And look, let us start communicating in our languages. If you know your community, start speaking to them. You're not going against the government. You are only working with your people. This is what we need to begin to do. So this discussion has to be happening. I had discussions yesterday. Somebody told me this morning that they're buying Carnation milk for 60,000 naira. A can of milk for 60,000 naira. And I said, look, unless you take control in your community, this will continue to keep happening. And I told them about these laws, and I've sent it to them to share themselves, and we're going to be doing more. We need to reach to the market women. We need to reach to, even in the churches. We may even have to go to the churches to wait to get this message in there, and to the mosque, because we need our people to do this, to join hands. It is that serious. So the solution has to be communication in our local languages. So I urge us, please, have that in your mindset. That's the thing we need. When we start talking, and it's not going to be easy. I'm not going to lie to you. It's not going to be easy. Some people are going to come and say, oh, that's not it. You will never work. Don't worry. It's expected. This is part of the process. But if we persevere, because we are clear in our mind now, we've got clear mind. If we start doing that, community by community, relentlessly, we must be driven in ensuring that our unity, and of course you will see people that will try and play games, but our senses will be up. Our gut feelings will guide us. That's what you see when you're coming away from a system and you're connecting with your ancestors. They'll start hearing our prayers, not our prayers, our manifestations, and then when we say it and speak it, they will start guiding us, and we'll start seeing areas before even anything harm comes your way, because you are connecting with your ancestors. They will make sure it doesn't come near you. But these are gradual things. Let us just start with communicating. So I need to say this. I'm going to say those words again, because for us to get information and to get it into our system, it takes a while, because remember, what we are facing has been thousands of years old. So the information for us to replace it is the same process. So for example, in Yoruba language now, the people who speak Yoruba will understand what I'm about to say, because I'm saying the Constitution of Nigeria, section 14.2 and 14.2c in Yoruba language, which goes like this. Ìjọba jẹ́ ti àwọn ènìyàn Nàìjíríà láti ọ̀dọ̀ ẹni tí ìjọba nípasẹ̀ òfin orílẹ̀-èdè gbogbo agbára àti àṣẹ rẹ̀. What does that mean? It means sovereignty belongs to the people of Nigeria, from whom the government, through this constitution, derives its powers and authority. And I want them to say that in the market, in the farmers, in the vulcanizers. We need to be, that is the message, because this is how they got their gospel in us. They started reciting, for God so loved the world, for he gave this, blah, 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 blah. In churches, in schools, we need to do the same thing. So one more time, 14.2a in Yoruba language. This is an example. If there are my brothers who are speaking Igbo, who are speaking Hausa, who can come and join us, and we can send you the information in your language, you say it, because we need you. This can't be done by one person or two people. This has to be every community, because that is what it will take to free Africa. So one more time, I'm going to say that. And remember, the reason why I'm repeating it is because what they've done is repetition of the indoctrination. It now becomes second nature. For us to replace it, we have to reverse it by repeating the things that we need to engage and empower people in our communities. So I will say this again. 14.2a in Yoruba language. Ìjọba jẹ́ ti àwọn ènìyàn Nàìjíríà láti ọ̀dọ̀ ẹni tí ìjọba nípasẹ̀ òfin orílẹ̀-èdè gbogbo agbára àti àṣẹ rẹ̀. Now, anybody who speaks Yoruba, you can take that message. You know exactly what I'm saying. You can even write it down afterwards in Yoruba language. And you go to your community and say, look, I heard something. Do you know that we have power? Do you know that we are sovereigns? You can begin to do that. You don't have to wait for anybody. And then we can build on that by having pamphlets of that written in Yoruba language. We can put it on radio stations, put it into music, like Vanna said. Begin to do meetings, small meetings, and getting groups of people together. This is going to be painstakingly slow, but we will do it. And it will start slow, but it will build. Let me pause there for now. Anybody have any questions? Let us hear from you, or suggestions, please. I'll pause here for now. Yes, go ahead.
We can. It will not go slow.
Mm-hmm.
The time is right.
Mm-hmm.
By the time we come up with the plan,
Mm-hmm.
it's really very, very simple. It's really, really very simple. When we know that we already have the power to do it. At this point, it's no belief. You have to know. The more opposition we get, the more opposition we get, the more attention we get, and the more power we get. When we go to it won't take slow unless we do it not with the ancestors. We doing it. What I mean.
I know what you mean, but we.
For us to get the plan going, for
Mm-hmm.
us to attract millions of people,
Mm-hmm.
go with food.
Yes, yes, yes. That's part of the plan as well. That is part of the plan. Yeah. Now, how would you suggest that the food plays a role? Bearing in mind.
Something that
So yeah, go ahead. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, thanks for that. I think Verma is correct because we're at a point now where everyone is tired.
Mm-hmm.
They are tired.
They are.
It's like you can see it in everyone's smile. They are so tired.
Yeah.
So anything that comes in now
Mm-hmm.
to give them the change
Mm.
that they need.
Mm.
This is the point. It's like there's a quickening.
Mhm.
That is happening in people's consciousness right
Mhm.
now.
Mhm.
The younger ones are psyched up already.
Mm-hmm.
The older ones are just looking to Jesus to come, but
Mhm.
he's not coming.
Mm-hmm.
But when they see a change, when they see that the younger ones are moving fast,
Mm-hmm.
they are more likely. It's more likely that yes, they are going to, this is going to take off.
Mhm.
This is going to take off.
It will quicken.
And as Verma said, if there's more opposition, the
Yeah.
more power, because that's going out to
Mhm.
people, and people are
Mm-hmm.
people are getting to know, and
Mhm.
people are really interested.
Mhm.
This is something new. This is something that we've not done before.
Mhm.
Let's hear it out.
Mm.
Please, I just want to add a little something. There is already fight within the church. If you look at what Dr. Damina Albert is doing,
Mm-hmm.
he's already fighting his people. So this is an opportunity for us now to come in, because if Dr. Damina is on on
Doc.
what they have been so I think we are at the right side.
Okay.
I think we are really at the right side. This is really the right time
Okay.
of probably kind of
Yeah.
religious
Mhm.
revolution taking place already.
Yeah. Okay. My brother, I need to say this. I hope don't take offense. We are not. We do not want to mix this with religion. We are talking about the people's power. The Constitution does not recognize the religion as having any hold over the people. The Constitution has the people. The Constitution gives to the people the right of sovereignty. It states so, not the religion. When you start mixing religion to it, people will get sucked back in. So please, I would really like us to really make it, because we have to make it's a drug that our people have been drunk on. So we need to be very clear about that. I don't mean to be offensive, but let's be very clear. My brother, thank you very much. Now, my brother, Master X said something. We're not going to discuss everything in the open plan. The exact plans will not be discussed in the open, no. But I'm giving ideas as to what people need to know first. Now, the how is going to be discussed in a different setting. Put it that way. The how. But we have to give them, we have to give some light. You see, we are not going to do the same thing that the Christians do, which is to go, oh, okay, just trust in that, and it will happen. And just we have the plan. We need to give you a bit of a roadmap so that you can see where we're going, and you can almost touch it. But now, when it comes to the actual taking the action, now it will require to have a different setting, and depending on the different groups to get that activated on ground. So Master X, very good point. Very, very good point. I like that point and I hold on to it, seriously. Now, like I said, I welcome discussion from anybody else. Please chip in because we're all in this together. Thank you. Let's hear.
Excuse me. All members, all those that are true to the cause
Mm-hmm.
will be happy to give. If we all take from our pockets, we can feed some villages.
Mm-hmm.
All members, if we take something from our pocket,
Mm-hmm.
from our children, and give that other children and people can eat,
Mm-hmm.
we can do it. Money will pour into us.
Mm-hmm.
So many people. This is revolutionary.
Mm-hmm.
But we can only do it when it's organized in a way like every member. We have to have a contract. We have to have some rules. There has to be a penalty for anyone that betrays.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It has to be done the same model that they do to keep what do you call that? That the people are like when you have control over a person, when people always follow your rules.
Yes, you have to. Yeah, I mean, you have to have a binding contract. But I mean, but I think that is where the trust comes into it. Once you have the trust, the willingness to abide by the contract that will be signed we are all signed up to it, and then of course the contract is written. But I have to say this: we have to be very careful because people. I'm not one. I'm reluctant to put anything forward right now in terms. I can donate, but to put up a plan to say we start donating right now, we're not at that stage yet. We need to get that plan tight. Get the plan tight. Sorry?
I don't mean tomorrow.
No. I know what you mean, but I just want others to. I don't want others to start thinking, oh, we want, because this is not about. It's not about the money. Let me even tell you something. Let me say something. I would like to say something quickly. In Nigeria, for example, I know that the local government areas, they get, several of them get ₦1 billion a month. Money is not the problem. It's about access to that money. ₦1 billion. They can fix hospitals every month. They can build ₦100 million hospital in every part of the country, of that local government area, and they will not lack in healthcare. They can fix the pipes. That is how much money they have. So we need to be very clear that the areas that we are trying to feed, there are funds there. But once the people are aware of their rights, we are trying to activate them to exercise that right. So the balance now is between what kind of help do we give them? For how long? How do we put that in place? How do we ensure that it meets them and it helps them to propel forward, to continue to take action themselves in their own community, to hold the government to account? That's the balance that we need to do right now. So the planning, is very, very critical at how we lay that down. Now, I have some suggestions, but all of us have to really be in this. Do we buy into it? Do we have the trust?
All of us.
Yeah.
As one.
Mm-hmm.
As one.
Mm.
One goal.
Yeah.
And that is to help our people help themselves.
Mm-hmm.
The thing about it is that when you say money is not the problem, or money is without money we cannot do anything but talk.
Okay, let me say something. I'll say today, if I may just, I'll clarify what I mean. Today, I spoke to somebody, and they were showing me in their own yard. They're growing yams, they're growing corn, a lot of food. And when people are in the villages, that's what they need. As long as they can get to eat themselves and go to the farm and pick up corn and pick up yam and pick up from their own farm. I'm not paying for it. That is more than half of their problem. Now they start looking for the things, the extras. Okay, maybe I want to get some tomatoes, tomato puree, or something from the market. Now that becomes expensive. But because they have those food at home, they won't go hungry. So, and it won't, that's the thing that I'm trying to put in. So that's why I mean, I'm not saying that money is not going to be needed, but it is very important to understand, like the other brother said, Gabriel said, in the communities they're not hungry, but in the towns and cities, you are right, they're hungry. So it is about putting those two together, and how are we going to navigate that?
Okay, excuse me.
Mhm.
See, when we showing videos, when we're showing videos of actually feeding the people,
Mm-hmm.
that will get all attention to us.
Okay. Okay. So,
And that will also get people that will, we won't even have to ask for money. They're poured into us.
okay. Okay.
They'll pour money into it because they see now someone is really doing something. And all the children will want to work. We just have to get the people that have musicians that can get the children to do. The young people are the target.
Mm.
They're
Okay.
the only one that can turn this out without guidance.
Of course. Of course. Yeah.
Money is so important. It is so important that we see that people see us actually feeding the people. That
You
is so.
speak.
Oh, excuse me, please.
No. Okay.
Being so loud.
Okay. That's fine. That's okay. I can see the passion coming through, and that's what we need. So don't worry, Vanna. I understand that.
It has to be a plan like no other plan. It
Hmm.
has to be a plan as our enemy. We have to see and know our enemies and their tactics, use those tactics to defeat them.
Mm. Okay. Okay. Um.
We
If,
have, we already have the victory.
yeah.
Even that we are all talking about this.
Okay.
Even that we're
I agree with Verma. Yes, I think I agree with Verma because when the politicians are campaigning, what they do, they go to the villages and give people money in order to kind of,
Yes.
kind of.
You
It's not
mentioned
sort of
yes.
buying their. Obviously, it's a way of buying their trust
Mm-hmm.
as well.
Mm.
Because at the moment, when you're going empty-handed and telling people, even when the change is beneficial to them,
They
you
will
want to
not.
say, okay,
Mm.
I want to see the change that you said you're going to make.
Mm.
But don't come to me with empty-handed.
No.
So, and we know
Okay.
Nigerians first of
Of
all,
course.
and then we can start to change the mindset because people just want money in order to,
That's correct.
in order to
That's
kind
correct.
of,
That's
I
correct.
mean,
and it's
it's
not
very
going to be sustain. It's not going to be over time. There's a limit that we do when we get the results that we want, and then this is,
we will get the
you know,
result. We
Mm.
already have the result. We
Okay.
already have
So
yeah, we already have the result. Yeah.
so
we
what?
already have the result.
So the thing now is, I think we probably will start like this. Whoever is interested in this, we probably we will have to have a discussion, a Zoom meeting now, and discuss how we actually put that plan up, write up a plan that we are going to present to a group of people and say, look, this is what we think. How do you see this? That's my guess now. That's my gut feeling. Am I right? Problem solving.
God is problem solver.
Sorry.
You're right.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a form of proposal together and the high level roadmap. So
Yeah.
the objective, so much of kind of like a very very high level plan and a summary of what this is all about. First of all, so we've got to trash that. We've got to flesh this information out. Summary of what are we aiming to do? What is the purpose?
Hmm.
What do we want to? What is the outcome?
Yeah.
And when do we know that we've arrived at the outcome? And who are we going to start interacting with
Hmm.
from the ground up?
Mm.
What? Yeah. What is it for? What is this for? What is this establishment? What is it for?
Yeah.
What is the purpose of it?
If we
Mm.
want to this, we can do it as a, it is a, I don't want to call it charitable organization.
Yeah,
So
the,
that in terms of, I don't want to call that. But if you want to put that in the sense of getting more funds and getting more funds towards the cause, that's a non-profit organization, something like
yeah,
that, to solicit funds.
okay,
We need money.
okay. Now, the thing is, one of the things that I'm very, very clear about is that when we get a plan in place, if we once we build a plan, we need to have actual contacts on the ground that will be able to execute this plan.
Exactly. Yeah.
Because one of the things that I do not want to do is to be in a situation where we have funds lying somewhere and there is no outlet that is monitored, that is verifiable. Because I just do not want to be anything. I don't want to be part of anything that the
We
integrity
gotta
is in question.
do that.
Yeah.
We power will take care of it.
Mm.
She
So
can
we
take
need to
care of it.
form a board of committee. I mean,
Yep.
we need to form committees right now.
Yeah.
Who is going to be there?
Yeah.
I've got Zoom, so I can set up Zoom meetings.
Yeah. That exactly
Like a
equally.
Zoom
Same here.
meeting
Same
like
here.
that.
Same here.
Okay.
So what we need to do, what I would suggest to do is that those of you who are watching now, if you are interested, we are doing exploratory talks about how to set up a board of committee to look at this Africa-wide issue. If you are interested, get in touch. You can email, you can text me on here, on TikTok or on YouTube, or you can reach me out at admin@citizenry.org, and that way we can just begin to plan. We need to start doing something. Werner is right. We can talk for only so long. We need to
No,
take
we're
collective
all
action.
right. We're all right.
Yeah.
We're all right.
So what I want is that I need input. We need input, not myself. We collectively need input from everybody about how you are seeing the discussions here, because now what we are trying to do is to make sure that we keep this thing, this is a momentum, and if we can set something up that can actually begin to have impact in communities, you know uh, in a fairly short period of time, that is verifiable, that is reassuring. We want it to be something that others can take up. This is not going to be one organization. We want many people to do the same thing. This is not a preserve of one person. Don't forget, this is a collective effort. So as many organizations can do this, all we're saying is we want to have something that is working, that is very viable, that has integrity, that actually does what it says on the tin, which is we are helping your community to empower you so that you can start doing that from then on. Once you get the help you need to a certain extent, it's like a kid. You put them on the bike and you are running with them, a child, as a parent behind them. Then after a while, you let go. Then they do the rest themselves. That is what we are trying to do here. So if you are all if you're interested, leave me a message on TikTok or YouTube or Facebook. Be in touch. We need to discuss this. We have to
So
start with that.
I
Yeah.
can help with the documentation,
Yes.
plans, and all of that.
Fantastic.
And the other thing is, I wanted to. So when we get people together, I think the first and foremost thing is to clarify what the mission is. To agree on what the mission and objective is, because those two statements are the key drivers for reaching out to additional
Absolutely.
people who might be interested.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And this is where we now begin to look at things now, in a very, very real way. Live it's a live it's an unfolding event that we are starting off now, and we will be doing shows and we're talking about this in the we'll probably, I mean, this is the second show. Somebody suggested that we do this and again over the next few days and weeks, if needs be, to continue to build this community up. And of course, as we are building it, the having to define what you said now, I really like to define what is the mission. That is a message that we will put out that everybody can hear.
We're getting the Constitution out to them, right?
That's it.
They need to know their right.
That's correct.
That is an ancestral idea that you that came through you.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Now,
Mm-hmm.
we just have to realize that we have everything we need.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Everything we need already here. All we have to do is know it.
Absolutely. Manifest it.
And speak it.
Mm.
Don't say don't say if. Say
No.
when that happened.
Mm-hmm.
Don't say all we have to do is trust. Say I know we trust.
Mm-hmm.
Anyone that joins here, anyone that
That's
are
correct.
willing to give money and be to put membership in this, that means that they want to be here.
Yeah.
That's correct.
Yeah.
Okay.
Actually, that's a good one. Membership.
Yeah.
Stay with us.
Yeah.
We
Now.
don't have to. We don't anything to. We don't have to be careful. What
No.
we have to do is know the law, know our limits, know what we can do, and we can target the young people to put out the raps just like they have them in the church singing.
Yeah.
When they
Yeah.
start singing about the Constitution, nothing. That is a tidal wave.
Yeah.
So so we
Good
could.
if we have that music in all Nigerian language
Yes.
as well. So
Yes. Yes.
the three key Nigerian language.
Yes.
Hausa,
Igbo,
and
Yoruba. And then and others can do the same thing.
Send me a copy of it too in English.
Mm.
Yes. Yeah.
Mm. Okay. Yes. Thank you. Milligro said. Milligro reminded us, and I'm really glad. Yesterday's discussion: proper roads and transportation remain highly inefficient for farmers. Thank you.
Yeah.
That is so true, Millie Gradio Canada. Honestly, that's exactly the thing. That's why I mentioned about Gabriel, and you are right to raise this. And these are the kind of things. It's the marrying of that to writing of the plan to taking it to action to build this
Yeah.
thing. So all of that is so. In fact, I'm going to take a screenshot of that so that I remember it when we're doing the debrief. We will have to meet up. Werner, I will be in touch with you. I think I'm gonna have.
A copy of it.
Yes,
I need a copy of the Constitution
yes,
so I know.
exactly. I'll send that to you. So we will start building. Myself, Werner, and problem solving. We are going to start this thing off. Doing a lot of. Yeah, we start. Yeah, sorry. We are going to progress. You're right. We're going to progress it.
It's
So.
going to take a moment, yes, but we are going to progress.
Yes. Yes.
This is no accident.
No. No.
When I saw problem solver, I said, wow.
Yeah. Yeah. And I mean the fact.
Thank you very
Yeah.
much. Thank you very much.
So. So what we are saying now is I hope if others want to, please, you're welcome to create the same thing yourself. You can start this up in yourself. It's not about anybody being the first one. It's about all of us taking action. So I'm more than happy to see other groups doing the same thing that we're trying to do here. Whereby we're going to start having discussions. We'll come up with a vision. We'll come up with a plan. We'll come up with how we can interact in communities based around the issue of awareness, the empowerment through constitution. When we start doing that, that is doing something in our community. It's not just shouting. It's not about protesting. It's about empowering them to know the powers they possess.
Let's make them have a life
Yeah.
they deserve to have living on the continent. Let us be moved back to
Yeah.
the way we were before.
I definitely want to move back to the continent.
Oh,
So
believe you me, don't even, I'm right there with you. I'm right there with you. I'm right there with you. Believe you me. I'm right there with you. That's why we have to build the situation. And many of us, I think many of us who are abroad, we recognize. And look, the conditions that we're used to is the heat, the weather, the wonderful soil. It is part of who we are. There's nothing wrong for people. There's nothing wrong with people living in Europe because that's what they've known, for eons.
Yeah.
But we are accepting who we are and embracing who we are. And there's nothing wrong in doing that. So it's not about hating UK or hating Europe, or it's about us recognizing where we belong in terms of our natural ways of doing things. And the heat is part of what we need as people.
Yeah.
So
The sunshine.
yeah,
But I have land in Ghana.
there you go. Well,
I have land here.
okay. I mean,
Bella, you have your ancestors in Ghana.
already,
or-
already.
No. Just I have land there, some friends there.
Fantastic,
Oh,
fantastic.
wow.
That's good.
Wow, that's good.
That's real good. I mean, that is something that perhaps it could be put into when we're going to discuss. That it could be used part of it could be used for farming, growing things that from which you can now use to now, go and help in communities in that way. These are discussions that we will be having. And we're not, like I said, there's two parts to this discussion. One is to empower the mental state of the mind, the mindset. The other part of it is to now begin to activate, make the people activate those powers to be able to now sustain themselves in terms of feeding and all, of eating and health and all of that. So that is where the plan. I think I'm going to say it this way: the plan is to help to get our communities back on their feet, not to make them dependent, to help get them back on their feet and be independent. I think that's a better way to express
Yeah.
this.
Yeah.
So let me put that down.
Yeah, if we teach them that, I mean, when their children are hungry, how can people even think about anything bigger?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You know,
Exactly. Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
but
Because they'll only be thinking about the
they'll be
next
so
meal.
begging for the Constitution.
Yeah. Yeah, paving the way. You're right. Okay, let me just say absolutely.
They'll be teaching it to their children.
Yeah.
And the children will be learning
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a revolution idea.
Mm.
Yeah.
So
It's an ancestral idea.
yeah, it is. It is. This is not of our making. This is something that our ancestors are saying, and this is why this meeting is happening. And I wasn't, to be honest, when we started discussions like this, we were not looking at anything. We were just saying, let's just talk about waking the people up. But waking the people up, self-sufficient, exactly. Millie, Gradio, Canada, absolutely. We are looking at trying to make sure that our people do not have to fear anything. I mean, they can feed themselves. They can, begin to hold the government to account. And it is the collective effort. And if we can if we can encourage that to happen, even the government will have no choice but to comply because they are complying.
They win.
Yeah. When?
They win. Don't
When?
say if.
No, not if. When? Yes. When? When? Thank you very much. There is you can sense the caution in that's my cautious self, not trying to, but I shouldn't. You're right. I need to throw shackles away. You're right. You're right. When?
Always be
When?
independent.
Yes, true.
Because,
Yeah,
the power of the tongue is
it's true.
either
Very true. When? When they become self-sufficient, then they will do the rest. When?
we all have to see this.
Mm,
We all have to see this. We all have to know this.
very true. Very
The
true.
idea is it's not something that we picked up off the street.
No.
It was given to us.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you very much. Yeah.
This,
Let me-
love.
yeah.
When you, the idea that you had that this come from you was given to you
Yeah. Yeah.
because they knew that it could be done.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
You already the ancestors are like, yeah, that's him. That's him. That's why you came here.
Indeed.
What a wonderful blessing.
Yeah.
It is.
Ashe.
It's revolutionary.
Ashe.
It's revolutionary.
Yeah. Yeah. I do hope
I
what
wanted to say, when are we going to do our first Zoom?
okay.
You have to send it out.
We can Let me see. We could do it. Uh, Tomorrow's Wednesday. Well, Thursday. I think. What about Thursday this week? Thursday.
Uh,
What's that
yeah,
like?
well, it's late. I'll be home. Yep.
You okay? Um, Problem solving. Are you? What? When are you free?
Yeah, Thursday I can do Thursday.
Okay.
Then we have to talk about the
The
time.
time, yes. Okay. What I'll do, I'll inbox Verna. I'm gonna inbox you my number, and then I will send you the Zoom link, and then again, likewise, I'll inbox you the Zoom link. Problem solving, and anybody else who's interested, we have to start because I
Yeah,
think that's one of the things that is a problem with us on the African continent. We
starting.
we have a lot of ideas, and we don't really start. Now we are going to start as we mean to go on. This is going to be successful. We've started, and now we are just going. We're progressing it. So please join us. Don't be
Yes.
don't be about one of the things that we need to change, and this is what has been put in us. We have to understand that they've made us to see the problem as the only way for us to talk about to deal with the problem is to talk about the problem and not actually take action to solve the problem. That's the conditioning. Now we need to stop it. And many of us, by doing what we're doing, we're hoping that the coming generation, the young generation, will look at that and start up. Even if they want, either they can join us or they start up something themselves, making this say, okay, you know what, we have this problem. We want to solve it. We can solve it, and then it motivates others to be problem solvers on our African continent. We need all of us to become problem solvers, not praying to God, not praying to Allah, and for no, to solve our own problems.
Father God and goddesses.
Yes, God and goddesses. Sorry about that. Yes.
That's
So
what we are.
exactly. So we have to, you know, we have to begin to do that. So I think if I don't, let me see if others want to join in, and we welcome ideas. That's why I'm asking. I'm throwing invites out there, and if you join, if you want to join, don't feel this is not. You can either decide to say a few things. You don't have to join, or you can say something. Whatever you say, we are happy with. It's just for us to interact, and the object of our discussions here is to build trust in our communities. And this is the only look. This platform that we are having now on TikTok, on YouTube, on Facebook, they are communities that is allowing us spaces for us to have meaningful discussions about the problems that all too often the world bodies that they've said they are trying to focus on solve our problems are ignoring. The UN does not listen to the concerns of Africans. The African Union does not answer to the concerns of our people. The ECOWAS doesn't deal with any of that. So what we are looking at now is to come up with solutions ourselves. We're not going to be talking about problems. We are going to be talking about solutions to those problems. So anybody's going to talk about anything, I need you to think about, okay, I've got an idea how to solve the problem. I'll put it out there. What do you think? Are we going to take action on it? You know, so that is what we need to begin to do as a people. And if we can do that, I know it sounds far-fetched.
When we do it,
When we do that,
God,
yes, when we
when
do
we
it,
do
sorry,
it.
when we do that, then you will see the magic. You will see, we will all see the
Yeah.
magic, and that is what I firmly believe.
One of the thing is I think we've moved away from the phrase. I think I want to introduce this phrase in people's minds. So
Yes.
in all of our minds, really.
Mm-hmm.
The place we cannot resolve a problem from where the issue lie, from where the issue is. So we
Mm-hmm.
have to come out of there.
Mm-hmm.
And this is why we are talking about, we are emphasizing very strongly on mindset.
Mm.
Because mindset takes us above the realm of where the problem is and
Mm-hmm.
takes us into the realm of solutions. So
Mm-hmm.
this is where we are. So I hear a lot of talks. Yes, I hear a lot of talks about this is what's happening to Africa. So at some point it began to sound like victim mentality.
Exactly.
Replaying the same fault,
Exactly.
replaying the same record. so what? And even the other side, the West are even saying, aren't you guys tired of talking about this?
Yep.
We do something
Yep.
about it. Aren't you guys tired of
Yep.
Africa
Yep.
doing this way? Do something about it then. Do something. You've got the power to do, because they are telling us now that you've got the power to do it. And
Indeed.
yes, thankfully, we've got this platform now, so
Yes.
just go and
We'll just go ahead.
let's talk.
Yeah.
Let's talk
Mhm.
and more doing.
Let's talk more action. I love that. Let's talk more action. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, yeah, Vanna, you were gonna say something.
Yeah, the thing about it is that this is so anointed.
Mm.
This is so anointed. Uh, that we put our time and our hearts into a mission that we came here to do.
Mm.
Isn't that amazing? I mean, I just met. That was last week, right?
Mm-hmm. Yes, it was on FOB, literally.
Yes. This is an appointment,
Mm. Mm.
and everything we touch will turn to gold, not gold, platinum
Yeah.
or uranium.
Yes. Yes.
Everything.
Go
Yeah.
above gold, uranium,
It-
beyond
Yeah.
gold.
Yeah. 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 Absolutely.
And you know the people.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, when the people see black people doing something like this will get the attention. Look at what happened with that over in Palestine. That little land.
Mm.
Every day, all the things that was covered there. No, we have to make the headlines.
Yeah. 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 Indeed. Indeed. Let me. Okay. So let me hear from I'm Red One. I am Red One. I don't think you've said anything at all. I think you were busy. Okay. Let me. Be Kater. Go ahead. Go ahead.
No, because I'm driving, so I'm just listening.
Okay.
Just to come up and say hi to you guys.
Hi, my brother.
Anyway, if I speak with
Yeah. Okay. Very good. Very good. Okay. Good. Brilliant. So now we have begun something here. The TikTok family have started something here now, and we will be giving you updates on this as often as we can, even if it's a daily update on it. We're going to have our first meeting on Thursday. I'm going to be in touch with Werner and Problem Solving, and we will have a first meeting just to get some ideas on the on paper, on in a written format, and then we'll be sharing that with people just to talk about, to give you updates, because we need that, because this is something that is like Vanna said. Our ancestors have got a hand in this. It was not by our own making. We didn't plan. It wasn't the plan for this. The plan was to just wake us up and maybe encourage people, and not, but as it's working, we need to be able to show. We have to be an example of the positive energy to achieve the awareness, to raise the awareness in our communities, and that means participating in that process, setting up almost like a blueprint, if you like, of how to achieve this. So we're in. So we've begun. I like I said, anybody from here on, when we talk about things on the platform, I would really like to hear solutions. We know the problems. I want to hear solutions. How to practically visualize the community with the problem, and at the same time, let that inform how you're going to come up with solutions or suggest it. And if you're willing to be part of it, great. But all of us, we cannot. Africa will not be free until all of us are free.
Yeah. Imagine the young people.
Ashe.
That is it.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah. Go ahead. Ashe. Go ahead. Go ahead.
The young people. Imagine the young people singing instead about all those other things that's been keeping us back.
Yeah.
Singing about freedom Africa, our constitutional right.
Mm-hmm.
That's revolutionary.
Yeah. So, and in their language, what is so important now, because I am so certain of that in their language. And please, we need to make sure Like I said, our leaders are under a spell. I know people will not. They think I'm joking when I'm saying this. I'm very, very serious. When you are swearing on oath, I promise to defend and protect Nigeria. I promise to defend and protect Nigeria. We didn't. My ancestor did not create Nigeria. My ancestral name is a Yoruba name. It's a Oyo kingdom. So when you swear on oath to defend Nigeria, Nigeria is an invention of the colonials. So the spell is taking you outwards. So your money you will put it in their banks. Your healthcare you go and get from them. Your houses for holidays you go and get from them. Your anything, any business you go and get from them. Nothing is left in your community from you as the leader, because the spell is working on you. We are trying to break that spell.
Okay, but may I say something?
Yes, please go ahead.
Please, everybody can give their opinion.
Yes, we welcome that. That's why we're having this. Go ahead, please.
Does not mention the politicians.
Oh no. You're right. I'm just giving an example to why this is important. But you're right. In the discussions, we are not talking about politicians. We are talking about getting the people know. You know, we're making the people know their rights. It's nothing to do with the politicians. And the politicians will do what they want to do, but we must do what we need to do. Sorry, go ahead.
Like when we're giving a speech about the thing, we don't want to say anything on video. We don't want to talk about the politicians.
No.
We don't want to talk
No.
we don't want to talk about religion.
No.
We're going on the narrow road.
That's correct. I'm going to send you a copy of the Constitution, the section 14.2 and 14.2c. I'll send that to you. So in English, I'll send it to you in English. I know you can't read Yoruba, but it's good that you have it in English, so you have the concept in your mind. And then I've sent something to problem solving.
We need to put out an announcement for musicians.
Yes. Okay. So we're looking for. I mean, there was a guy who spoke who said he's interested in music. Ade Femi, I think. I think I've got his name. I'll check him up and see if he's interested. So, but so I guess we are going to if anybody has more solutions, then please let's hear it. Let's.
Please let me before I forget it, please.
Mhm.
I don't want to try to take over the show.
Yeah.
But you know what? We have to have a contest. We can get different songs, different version, different people, young people singing it, and then we can like give them money. Like the one who wins the contest. Then we'll have more than one. We have a lot of
Okay.
different versions of it.
Okay.
It'll be all over the.
Yeah.
In everybody's own language.
Yes. And that. Yeah.
That's enough.
Yeah.
We can
That
let
is
the
a.
people have peace.
Yeah. I like the idea. Werner, this is brilliant idea.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Verna is on heat with ideas. Oh
Yeah.
my gosh.
Honestly. No, very good.
Buzzing with ideas right now.
Yeah. Absolutely, but I'm writing it down, and we will have to flesh it out on that point of view. Please, we really need people to don't be afraid to come and say something on air. We all have a role to play in this. It's nothing.
I wanted to add because I want to go off
Yes.
early. I want to catch up on my sleep.
Of course, you need to. Yes, exactly. I'm going to be winding down soon. Yes, go ahead.
What I want to say is the core root of all of this is fear.
Yes.
You know, it's on different level. No matter what it is, the core root, the one word is fear. Because this is revolutionary and then presenting solutions that empowers, and therefore the fear is not there, because when someone is thinking that, or they will perceive themselves as going against the law or against God or whatever, which I know that this is fear is false evidence appearing real.
Wow.
That's the meaning of fear. So when we sort of demystify the fear in their consciousness, they're more akin to open. It's almost like
Mm-hmm.
you're releasing this person from the prison of
Mm-hmm.
fear
Mm-hmm.
of what other people might think
Mm-hmm.
once they are approached. So these are the fear of repercussion from
Mm-hmm.
the government,
Mm-hmm.
fear of repercussion from their community, fear
Mm-hmm.
of repercussion from family
Mm-hmm.
members. So all of these, let's just put that to the forefront that these are the things psychologically that we'll be dealing with when approaching these people. So the basis of all of this is fear at the end of the day. And it's a way of breaking out of that fear mindset to liberate people, to even get them to open up to this as well.
It is. It is.
Yeah, we need lawyers also that we have
Mm-hmm.
the legal right
Yes.
with the
Yes. Yeah. I mean, I think I've got. I think I have somebody. I think one or two people. I will speak to you about that as well. But let's just flesh out the thing. Once we have a detailed document that we can
Yeah.
then it's
So
easier to sell.
what we'll review on our first meeting, I'll
Mm-hmm.
pull up a charter template. So a charter template is quite
Mm-hmm.
explanatory in itself. So
Mm-hmm.
it just tells us to flesh out the mission,
Mm-hmm.
the objective,
Mm-hmm.
and then an executive summary statement or an executive statement, which would be short, simple,
Mm-hmm.
and very straight to the point,
Point.
very punchy, and we can even use some of the slogans in them in campaigns, in music,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
as well. So those are different ideas. So I'm good with doing flyers as well.
Fantastic. Good.
Designing
Good.
flyers and
Good.
all these other
Yeah.
things. Yeah. So,
Fantastic. Fantastic. I'm gonna let you go problem solving because I know you need to catch some ZZs, and we will. But Thursday, so I will be in touch by Thursday. We'll have to. Will I set a time on Thursday that we can all and with Vanna and yourself that we can meet up. Afternoon or evening, we'll see.
okay.
Probably maybe before we come live and talk about
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
That because that would be good because it can follow on. Because like
Exactly.
it's a progression. So, but be
Yeah,
expecting I'll be in touch, and we've begun, and so
indeed,
it
we have.
begins.
We need to make progress. Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. Thank you all so much.
Thank
Thanks,
you.
brother.
Thank you. Thank you.
Berman. Thank
Thank you.
you.
Thank you.
Everyone.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. I'll be in touch.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Can I follow you? Are you on
What?
Sure.
Are you kidding me? You mean you haven't followed her? You should follow already. It shouldn't be a question, Vanna. It shouldn't be a question. You should be following like that. No, I'm gonna be.
Okay.
Yeah, just send me a request and
Yeah. Yeah.
I'll just be there
So we
very
will.
quickly and then
Yeah.
thank you all so much.
Thank you. Okay.
Have a good day wherever
Yeah.
you are. Good night.
Good night. Good night. Good night. Get some rest. Good night. Good night.
Thank
Okay.
you.
Talk soon. I'll be in touch. All right. Great
Alright,
work.
thank
Okay.
you.
Right. Now, sorry, somebody said me too. Ronnie Williams, what does that mean? Are you keen to be part of what we're talking about, or what do you mean by me too? I'm not too sure. Can you join us live? Let me see. Let me see if I can bring him on. Ronnie Williams. Oh, he might not be able to join. Yes. Okay. I know I've got others who want to join as well. I've got my brother, okay. Yes. You know what? Drop me a message. Drop me a message, and I will make sure when we're going to get the link for Wednesday and for Thursday evening, I'll add you to it as well. And then I think my other brother is interested as well. What's that? I think it is. So and anybody that's interested, inbox me, and I will get the link out so that we will have, because on Thursday we are going to do this now. On Thursday afternoon, I think, or something. Hopefully I'll get the time. Verna, I'll confirm that with you and with problem solving, so that we can begin, and then others will send the Zoom link and you can join us. And then we take it from there. I mean, I have others who are on the Africa Zoom link. I wasn't this wasn't even. To be honest, how this happened wasn't. I'm still trying to process it. I'm
Go
thinking,
slow.
you know,
It's not going to go through
no,
because now we're in it now.
yeah, yeah, okay,
So,
uh, yeah, no, no, brilliant,
so because we're really we're following the ancestors.
yeah, yeah,
We're following. We're
indeed,
being guided.
indeed,
We're being guided. So
yes,
it's coming. I mean, it's just coming in the right time
yeah, indeed, indeed.
with the right people.
Yeah, indeed, and we have to really build this, with intent and show what can be done, and sort of dispel this thing about, oh, all this negative thing about, oh, we can't do, we can't. When you think of a problem, you can. Well, the minute you can think of a problem and see the problem, you can also you visualize the solution right there, you know, because it is within your. You can see North Carolina. Okay, fantastic, brilliant, my brother. Um, let's see. I'm Red One. Are you? Would you like to have a chat? We're gonna be wrapping up in the next 15, well, 5-10 minutes. So if anybody wants to say anything, if you have suggestions, if you're keen to join, very much like Ronnie Williams is here to be part of this process. Let us just start something. Let's see how far we go. In fact, not let us just start. We've started something. The question now is how far we can go. How far we can go. We need to start it. We've started it. Now, now we are selling the. Yeah. So fantastic.
I got all the brothers with me.
Yes.
We
A family. Yes. I got all my sisters with me. Yeah, yeah. We are a family. Absolutely. Food and cleaning the body. Yes, yes, yes. Very, very true. No, no. So, okay, I think we're going to wind down now because it's quite late. And I want to thank everybody. Werner, I want to thank you. Started this process. You did. You asked the question, and now look at what's happened. You asked the question, and you got us. You led us to the right place. And it was uncomfortable. The point is that the Werner asked a very uncomfortable question, which was that we need to help people, and then we was in the process of asking we need to help our people. We now looked at, okay, what does that look like? How is that possible? Okay, thank you very much. Yes. Okay, Ronnie, thanks for joining us. I appreciate you. And I'll be in touch. Inbox me, and I will send you the link. And I'll send you the link for Thursday and anybody else. So I guess I'm gonna let us. I will be winding it down here. I want to thank everybody. Now, from here on this platform and on anything we do now, when we see anything on Africa, we need to start looking at how can we solve it, because we are problem solvers. We are problem solvers. So we are not going to be stuck in that mood of, oh, somebody help me. We are problem solvers all over the African continent. We are problem solvers. And that is what we must do. So that's the mindset. Because once we start doing that,
amazing.
yes,
It's such an amazing name.
yes, yes, yes. So,
Everything we need.
yes,
Everything we need.
yes, it's there. So thank you very much. So now I'm going to wind down now. I would love to stay on, but I think we need to rest. Werner, I'm going to be in touch shortly, and we will talk some more. Thank you so much for the suggestions, and thank you to everybody who joined the broadcast. Ronnie, I'm going to be in touch as well. Thursday, we are going to be having our first meeting about, raising awareness of constitution and actually how to empower our people. First meeting. I'm so looking forward to that. I'll be in touch. We'll give you further updates. For now, I bid you all good night. Werner, sorry? What did you say?
Constitution, please.
Yes, yes. So I'll be sending that to you straight away. You'll be seeing it shortly. Okay.
Okay, good night.
Good night. Good night.
Say
Good night.
good night to Leslie.
Yeah, I will do. Will do. I say good night to everybody. I'm Red One, and to Ronnie. Good night, Ronnie. Take take care now. Solution evaluation, Alphaeus, thank you very much. Thank you to everybody who joined, and thank you for you made this such a wonderful evening, because your being here made it possible for us to be able to actually start something here and now. So we thank you. We say good night and Odaro. Adúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ àwọn alálẹ̀ o, pé as èní ó yọrí sí rere o. Ó dàbọ̀. I greet everybody. Good night. Yeti Queen. Odaro. Good night. Good night.
Wonderful.
Right. Bye. Bye. Good night. Bye. Bye. Wow. Okay, I'm gonna get in touch. So we don't do that now. Wow. But my mind. Thursday. Constitutional awareness. In communities. I'll throw in Gabriel. So Gabriel is going to be part of it. Adeyemi maybe. Vanna maybe. Not Noveni. Problem solving. Okay. Thursday. What day on Thursday? So guys, sorry about that. I need to fix it. We're gonna be ending the broadcast now. Thank you very much for joining me. Sorry, I'm really tired now. I gotta rest. So and so it begins. What we are doing here is something we have to do. We're gonna start off. We're gonna have a meeting and we discuss, because we're trying to solve a problem, and we're starting off in Nigeria. It can be a template for all of Africa. Don't be afraid. We're gonna start off. I have expertise of translating into Nigerian constitution into Yoruba from English. That's what I've done, and that is the basis. You've seen Vanna is going to join. Problem solving. We are from the same neck of the woods. Let us start. We've started. Now we are going to really build this together, because it is not going to be easy. No. I take that back. It is going to be easy. We will get there. In fact, the fact that all of this has happened like this, it tells us that there is a good energy here. So what we do now is to take the steps. We will be giving you regular updates as we go along, and then we'll start connecting on ground. We have contacts on the ground that we're going to be contacting, and they'll be part of this process. Gabriel, for one, is going to be one, and I want others as well, who can help in doing and building this. So for now, I want to thank everybody who's joined us. I'm going to write up a few notes. I'm going to be in touch with Vanna and problem solving back end, and we'll give you regular updates as we progress. Let us see how far we can go. We visualize solutions for African problems. No problem that we can't solve. We visualize. It's already there. We speak it into existence. We will solve the problem. Ashe. By the powers of our ancestors, with the knowledge and the support and the guidance of our ancestors, we will solve our problems collectively as Africans. Ashe. I bid you good night. Don't forget, subscribe to Citizen Ewa on YouTube. Subscribe to Citizen Ewa, hit the notification button, and of course, give us thumbs up. Thank you so very much. Help us grow the platform. And for now, Citizen Ewa signing off saying, Udaro.